Hello, hello everyone! How are we doing today? Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me fine. Because once again, only seconds time streaming, so don't know if sound is okay. There should be music. Hopefully it's not too loud. If the music is ever too loud, just let me know. I'll reduce the volume. Sounding and looking great, Nico. Thank you! Alright, so hi everyone. Welcome to the stream once again. It's the second time we do this stream, the developer stream. So last Friday, it was a little late. I think it was like midnight for some people. It was 6 p.m. here. So we're trying a new schedule, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. So hopefully that's a little earlier for you guys. And last week we tried the new demo. We played through it, starting a playthrough that I might continue today. And this week we have something very exciting. So we will be joined by a special guest, a member of our team. Sorry, my God. Almost choked here. So a member of our team will join us, and we will play through old versions of the demo chronologically. Now, I got that right. I know that because last week I said chronologically, and someone made fun of me for that. So chronologically, through all versions of the demo up to today, and we will also get a sneak peek at what's coming with a little preview of a feature we've been working on. Been waiting for this stream since you popped into mine. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, I try to pop in as many streams as possible to see what everyone is up to. So thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. All right. So the special guest and the old version of the demo will be at 4 o'clock. So 53 minutes from now. So we will be having the guest for about an hour. We'll show you everything from the beginning. Before that, we will be showing you something different. So let's pop into the game. There we go. So I've been working on a publisher save for a couple of weeks. So basically the idea is that you guys, when you play the demo, you have a blank world, right? So you're gonna see, islands, nothing in your inventory, nothing in your build menu, and you get to learn everything and go through the game. But just getting off that first island takes about maybe 30 minutes. Then getting to fly your own island gets maybe 60, 90 minutes into the game. So that's a pretty long playtime for publishers to do, who just wants to see what we've been working on. So we have a publisher save, a publisher world that's already pre-built. There's a house, there's some of the features out there, there's a pre-selected starting cluster. So I will show you, that world right now. It is laggy. So the lag may be caused because right now I am streaming the game on Discord too. Let me check if I can. Okay, so I'll start the stream again on Discord once we get to that part of the stream. So hopefully it's a little better. Am I still laggy? And is it just the video or is it the sound too? Let me know. So Metric Imperial says, it's 7 a.m. here, Saturday, been up since 5 a.m. Wow. Damn, you are an early bird. 7 a.m. I'm not even asleep by then. I'm a night owl, so last night I went to sleep at 8 a.m. Alright, so yeah, let me know about the lag. Let me know if it's too much. I'll check what I can do. Just the video, sound is okay. Alright, I am streaming the game, right? So gameplay, streaming the game, and I should be streaming not at 4K. Yeah, normally, okay. Alright, so I'll just start playing. The video is laggy. And that wasn't the case last week, right? That's different from last week. I'm on my Ethernet. Let's just check. Yes, Ethernet is working. I wake up at 5 a.m. for work during the week. It's just a buddy thinking it's a weekday. Oh, wow. Oh, yes, because it must be Saturday then for you, right? Because it's Friday here. This is the current version? Yes, so this is not the current version. This is a little bit after that, because I'm playing on the developer version of the game. But there's nothing new that we're going to see today in that build. We're going to see something new later on. Still laggy. The audio is fine. The frame rate is about 1 every 6 seconds. Wow. Wow. Okay. So, gotta fix that. Let's see what I can do. So, first of all, let's go into the task manager. Let's see what's... GPU is at 100%. Mostly because of Aloft. 84% of my GPU is used by Aloft. If I start a game, still very, very high. Okay, I'll try to quit the desktop, okay guys? And I'll come back to the game. Alright. I feel bad whenever I say, do you want to wish this Aloft on Steam? And I say, not interested. Alright. So, let's try to start Aloft again. Let's see if the GPU usage will be better. So, there we go. Okay, so it was definitely Aloft, right? Because now, no lag, right? What GPU we got? I got a 2080 Ti. So, should be fine, I think, right? That's a lot of save file, jeez. Yes. Maybe a new GPU. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. How long have you been working on the game? I think about a year and a half. So the game has been like in the brainstorming phase by a few employees before we actively switched to this project. So there were a few months of testing and making sure the concept worked in Unity before we jumped on the project. So for some people it's been 2 years. For me it's been a year and a half since day one of switching exclusively on that project. Okay, so let's check the CPU usage now. GPU. 100% again. Okay, so I thought you'd be on a 4080. Well, it's my personal computer, not my work computer. And we're a small indie company, so we don't have a lot of budget either. Okay, so right now the game is running in the background, but you don't see it. I have my my Aloft in my GPU at 100%. So let me know if I'm lagging right now, because if I'm not, then I guess the gameplay layout, the gameplay overlay is the problem. Does Astrolab have any other projects / games? Yes, so we are a video game and board game company. So we have been working on a few games before. One of them was Sacrifice Your Friends. It's definitely a different genre than Aloft, and it's a smaller scope. It was a Kickstarter. It's still, you know, still on waiting for console release. It's on Steam, I think, right now. Another big hit. Then we worked on another project that never ended up, releasing. It was a project for a client, and now the client has all the rights and it's in their hands. We worked on a few board game projects. One of them is coming to Kickstarter in a few months. It's called Birdie. It's a little game about birds playing golf. Because in golf, you have a birdie and an eagle and albatross, all those bird-related terms. So we thought it would be fun to have a bird golf game. So that's a little board game for that. And then we're working on various other little board game projects on the side. So I'm hearing that no lags. So this is great. But once I switch to sharing my game, now there might be some lag. So let's see. Is the lag back? So I'm seeing on OBS that there's no lag, so it's a good thing. Let me know if you guys have the lag again. Developers are broke artists too. Yeah. Yeah, indeed we are. No lag. Woohoo! Okay, awesome. It's good right now. Cool. So, I'm hoping the lag won't come. Okay. So, technically, this should be it, I think. Alright. So, before we continue on my main save file, I wanted to show you this publisher save. Alright, there we are. What was the motivation to go to this genre in Aloft? People are calling it Raft of the Skies. Was Raft a thought when coming up with Aloft? No lag. Excellent. So the game will be a little laggy because we went a bit overboard with the publisher island and there are way too many assets. So the FPS is purely from the game, not from me. Thanks, PartyBot, for following. Alright, so graphics, I'll just reduce a bit the cloud render distance, volumetric fog, render distance. Let's see. Texture. Hopefully we get 20 FPS. Alright. Yeah, so the motivation for Aloft. Basically, the idea was that we wanted a survival game because as a small indie company, we wanted to have a big audience to, release a game for people who care about such games. So we took a look and, we chose the survival genre because we thought it's something that we all liked and all would like to work on, but also has, a big audience for it. So then we started from that and thought that maybe it would be fun to have a survival game where you don't have to return all the way back to your home base after you've explored something. So we went with the idea of going with your base somewhere. So we looked at Raft, we looked at other games like that, but we thought we wanted something positive, with the blue sky and clouds and wind and something really just calming and soothing because we were in the middle of that pandemic. It was very gloomy out there. So we thought it would be nice to have something colorful and bright and cheerful and positive. So that's our main design pillars, is something that's not frustrating and relaxing, So yeah, so we started from that. So we said maybe something in the skies, maybe something on floating islands, and then came the idea of sailing them. So Raft was not, it was a competitor of ours, not the main inspiration in terms of design decisions, but it was, one of the games we looked at. Okay, so Publisher Island, there we go. So you might recognize this island. So this is the Rainbow Island from last week's stream that we saw. So the island with a bunch of crops and a bunch of biomes. Now you know why. It was made for the publisher save. The idea was to start in that little crevice here, in that little cave, and make sure that the publisher could see as many assets as possible. So they would start here with that little experience of being in that, cave, and then they would see little forest assets, come down here, see the cave assets, and that we have coal, and then we start with some tools. So as opposed to a normal save file, we start with each of the basic tools except the sword. We have the torch in case we want to see something in a cave. And we have the bucket if we want to splash something with water. Now, in our inventory, we also start with the gliders. We don't have to craft it. And in the little resources here, we have some basic resources to start crafting. And we also have some things to discover. So the clean water. So there we go. We get to learn how that works. And then we have the sharpstone that's not yet crafted, so we can craft it, and then from that we know that we can craft an axe, and there you go, the recipe for the axe. So the idea was to have a starting point, and then what I want to show you is the rest of the island. So we have some built parts here. So you already have some kind of a bridge here going through the waterfall to the first knowledge stone, and then we can learn that. And you'll learn the workbench as usual. The thing is, we have a different selection of islands. So if we look in the distance, we only have 3 other islands. One very small combat challenge to learn about how a node is destroyed. So this small island is very useful for all demos. We always had one like that with one node, because once you destroy that node, you get immediate feedback that the island is cleansed. So you know that you have to destroy those. So when you get to a 2 or 3 node island, you know that you need to destroy all the nodes. Something must be remaining if after the first one it's not gone. Now that island right here is an island you may know from the current demo, but it's been modified a bit with something that you haven't yet seen. So I'll go there in a moment. Hi, I'm a French fan that love your game and just want to say that your last update is amazing and you do beautiful things. I love the caves and thank you for that already incredible game. Merci beaucoup, c'est vraiment gentil de nous suivre. Oui, les cavernes, c'est vraiment quelque chose qui change l'ambiance complète du jeu. Surtout la noirceur, les petites stalactites, stalagmites, c'est magnifique. Merci beaucoup pour les commentaires, c'est très généreux. So, sorry, alright, I'll go back to English. Just it's a French team, so someone in French said hi. Okay, so now we go to that forest. So in your version of the game, that forest is very dense, but we made a path here for the publisher to follow. We have this little pond right here, just a little example. And then we have a bunch of little fruits and things to pick up. So we have tomatoes here. We will have some blueberries. So we wanted to give the experience if they go in that forest of like finding a bunch of little secrets and resources. Because, they're going to be playing for maybe 10-15 minutes and we want them to see as much as possible and get that feeling of learning things and discovering things. And now to the cool part. So, yeah, with no clouds, it's pretty ugly. Let's see if we can make some clouds. Okay. What about now? Some clouds? I think it's the fog that's missing, but that's gonna be fine. Alright, so we will have some carrots here too. So, by the way guys, whenever you see that glow in your games, it means it's something new, and you can pick it up. I see many, the goal was to catch the eye. Maybe it's not achieved yet, because I see many streamers, YouTubers pass next to those and never pick them up. So we'll pick them up. There we go. And then you have a base. So that base, I made it by combining a bunch of inspiration from our Discord. So if you come from the Discord and you've shared your base, I may have stolen some design ideas from you guys, because you spend more time than me in the building system. So you guys know more than me. So this little area was always meant to be the house place. So that's why it's very open in the normal island. So you get here, so you get to see that there's some torches, some windows, some doors, nice textures. And then when we go inside, you have this little place. So let me just say that I understand. Yes, I know. Okay. So in the house, we have a little shelf here with a bunch of little rocks. They're actually pet rocks, but on the other side. So no one tell anyone. Then here we have a little campfire, a little fireplace with, rock behind because we don't want it to burn. And then we have it going up through the roof. We have some cooking plates already installed, so the publisher can look, say, hey, a summer salad. There we go. Picks it up. That learns the recipe for it, so now they know how to make it. And obviously they start with some ingredients if they explore the forest, so they can try the cooking for themselves. On the other side here, we have a soup. So visually it's a bit different from the salad, so they'll be able to see little bubbles. And there you go, a stew, which is the best one in the game. So quickly enough, they'll realize that you can consume them and gives a big boost. There we go. So we have little chairs. So that was posted in Discord. So it's an idea from you guys, the chairs. Now, obviously, this is framed, so you don't want to hit them with your hammer, but publisher might. What happens, happens. We have a little workbench area with very open windows to see outside with these little ropes. And I went with this style for the torches. So basically I took some triangles, put them at the middle, so one high, and then just made them go up instead of down from here, and put the torch here. So you have little torch holders. I think they're pretty cute. Some windows at the top, so making sure that there's a lot of light coming in. Then we have a lot of things going on. So we have some pots, so if the publisher wants to come here, they'll see that, you know, you have garlic in the game, you have carrots, but also that you can grow and harvest them from these pots here, and that we have different styles. That's actually a pretty nice house. Thanks. Wow, what are those frames outside? So the frames here, they are the door frames. So door frames, but we have a bunch of options for door frames, and they are this one. So I just tacked them up on top of another. And then the little, this is just stairs. Stairs from underneath. There we go. Okay, so let's keep exploring the house. So we have a second floor here. Most of the house I made in the past are like, you know, one open room. So I experimented with, you know, corridors and little doors in the house. So if you open this door, you have access to the balcony that goes to the first floor, and you see all those windows. But you also have your living room. So a little table. I took the table design from someone in the Discord. Little pet rock here. Now you can see the face because it's meant to be a pet rock, not just a stone. Little bowl. You know, you can add soil so the publisher can see that, you know, that's how you create something. Oh. That might be a bug. I'm not able to add soil. Or maybe it's because I don't have soil. Yeah, that's it. I don't have soil, but there may be some bug because it tells me I have 10. And now the bed. Now the chimney comes through here, but as you see, it's not going through the floor because we don't want it to burn. So some realism, except it's going through the roof. So you know, we had to make some choices. And here are plants that are still growing. So it's to show that there are cracks. It's not completed yet, and you have to, you know, water them in case you want to collect them. Now, if we go to the attic, so we have a little attic here. There we go. So we have a little, that's meant to be like a shelf or, you know, whatever your imagination comes up with. Now a nice window view from outside, and little crates. The crates too were an idea from Discord. So you know, we have different sizes. This one is open. You can see the lid on the side and a lot of little rocks inside. So there you go. That's the attic. Now we go down. And we have the balcony. So here you have a little different crops once again. And we have the the windmill tower. So I made a big windmill towards where the wind is coming from. And a little one in case I want to switch up the island. So this way we see that this is the windmill, but this is just in case the wind changes direction. So windmill goes all the way down here. I have access to its little connector from the outside of the windmill. And then I connect it to here, which goes inside my workshop through this little hole here that I made. So this is the frame to make sure there's a little thing on the outside, but it's not built, so it goes through. So if I go here, I can go in the diagonal, in the spiral stairs, up to the top, and there's a little ramp so I don't go over, and I can see the rest of the island. So more things to explore. We'll just explore as we go. Wilson Rock, yes. Pretty creative use of frames. I'll have to keep these ones in mind. Yes, so frames around the house, like, you know, frames as decoration was also in the Discord. I thought it was pretty creative. Some people take some kind of rock. Let's pretend that this wall is rock, and then let's build it. What they do is that, and by they I mean I don't remember who did this. It might be one of you guys. They go to disabled snapping, and they just go here like that. And now what they have is a nice texture. So we have a wall with a frame, and from here you don't have to go to disabled anymore, because you can just go to manual, snap the wall to the other wall, and snap the frame to the other frame. So you keep building like that, And there you go. You got a really nice texture going on. So I really like this idea. All right. Let's see the comments. So many comments. Oh, many of you guys. Okay. The little chairs are so cute. Thank you. I have stuff to learn in building. Yeah, you know, it's all about creativity, so we have a very rigid system of grid, but you can use them however you want, you know, unsnap and then just go nuts. If you are not on the Discord yet, you can join. Yes, good idea. The Discord is very fun. We share all our progress, and we take pride in, you know, sharing and talking with the community. Pretty creative use of frames. I'll have to keep these ones in mind. I'm taking notes. That's cute. Wilson Rock. I was just sad about one thing. I built my entire house on the spawn island. Yes, and found out it can't move because it's too big. It took me literally hours. That can be nice to have something to tell us that we can move the island. So, right now we can't. In the future, as I said last week, we might be able to. Because I think what we will want is to move the world around the island, not the island around the world. So that's less performance and better performance, and thus we will be able to move anything. In the current demo, it was a bit last minute because we noticed some FPS drops, so we add this warning, but it's not at the right time. It doesn't show when you build your house, so it's very disappointing. One feature I want to hint at, it's something we've been thinking about. It might never appear in the game, so don't take my word for it, but we're working on it. It's the idea of creating your own blueprints. So basically, in building mode... Hey, thanks, Antikai, for the follow. So, in the building mode, you can you will maybe be able to select multiple pieces. And then once your selection is done, you can save that in your build menu as a custom build. So when you click that and you build it, it's only going to be the frames, so 1 wood per part, so it's only going to be the frame, and you can hit it with your hammer. What's nice about this is that you can just drag and drop around your whole base, your whole house, and then save your house as a prefab, as a blueprint. And if you want to change islands because you found a better island, you can just rebuild that house on that island, starting with just the frames and then filling it up. So it's like a copy-paste option. But what's really cool about it is that you might be able to share that on the Steam Workshop. So on the Steam Workshop, you can find beautiful houses, elaborate pieces and statues and decorations that people made, some furniture, and you might be able to take that and just download it, and now you have access to it in your build menu. Moving the spawn island was one of the first thing I tried, lol. Yeah. Sadly, some people try it very soon and they notice, some people don't, and then they are very disappointed. Yeah, smaller islands need less sails and lifters. That was not easy to figure out. Yeah, but the fact that you can't move a big island is pretty disappointing. When I tried to move the island, it just said the island is too big to be moved. I don't know if I can put more sails or something. Yeah, I agree. It's not clear enough. Too many assets to move, well, will cause low FPS. Exactly. Nico! Hey, auntie guy. Those shadows look so good. The shadows? I lowered my shadow settings. So, so it's cool and it's still looking good. Alright, Nico gonna be affiliate by end of the stream. Yeah, so many people. Although I think affiliate you need to stream 6 times or something a month. There's like some guidelines that I think if I do just every Friday, I'm never gonna be affiliate. That's so good idea. I need it. Custom blueprints sound really cool and useful. Yes, I agree. Okay, so starting houses on Steam might be a game changer. Yes, people just saying, "Hey, this is a cool starting house I made." I agree. So this is my workshop. So if we go down here from the living room, you have a little door, and you can see that the windmill is on the top, and the workshop is here. So I went with a more square design as opposed to the house, and then you have a little workshop that's meant to be very rough. So I made some full walls, but also some little triangle square, just to have this texture of, you know, it's built but not very perfectly. So you have this millstone that's using the power from the windmill, and you have nothing inside, But if you go here to the sawmill, you have some planks already. So you click, discover the planks. Oh, there are some planks in the game. And discover that you can put some wood to make the planks. So hopefully all these machines laying around will help the publishers notice the features we have and notice how the machines work with the resources and all that stuff. So going here, I just wanted to show you real quick that make sure that gravity is a thing. So the balcony is supported by these, and the workshop is supported by this, so that when you look at it from a glide perspective, it looks, well, now maybe not doesn't look great, but it looks like it's, you know, not floating in the air. Also, rounded stone. So we don't have the rounded foundation or the rounded stone walls right now. So when you go here, I had to force my way into this. So basically these are straight one by one walls, and I just attached one to the left, attached one to the right, and made sure that below that, you see, till soil. Below that, there is a round farming plot that is in stone, and the wooden floor covers the soil, but the stone bit prevents the little gap from created by the sharp angle of these two. So you see this little stone here? There would be a gap here where I look. So from the outside, though, I had to cover it again with some walls to make sure that, you know, everything is smooth. So in the future, we'll have a piece just to go here, but in the meantime, I had to improvise. The shadows of the trees on the front of the house, Nico, is what as I was referring to. Oh, there are some shadows. Huh. That might be from a long time ago, so I don't have the point of view anymore, but I get what you mean. Okay. So, oh, FPS dropping to 10. Damn, okay. Maybe it's because it's night and all the torches are trying to do their own light source thing. Okay, so let's keep exploring. So we have a little corridor here that if we go up, we have the garden. So garden was also an inspiration from the Discord. So having these frames not built makes like kind of a greenhouse effect. And we have some plants that are not fully grown here. So you have to, you know, water them if you want them to see grown. But these are plants that you can find other places on the island. So the pumpkins and the melons. So you don't have to, if you just want to see the things. So little deck here. So the idea was this was a tree house. So I made a little platform going to here. But as you see, because of the wind, the tree is moving through the platform. So yeah, it doesn't have the tree house effect that I wished, but you know, it's something. And we have a windmill here providing some power to the compost bin that's right here that made some compost for us. So there we go, we can take that. And now we learned the farming plot, so publisher will get to see that as well. Now before I get to this part, I just want to show a lot of work for a corner. I like it. Yes, a lot of work. Everyone on Discord is so creative. Hell yeah. I can't stress this enough. I'm always impressed when I see a screenshot of a base. I'm like, I never thought of that. I built my platforms around the trees. I like the fit in the nature feel. Yeah. There was an idea. I don't know if it's you. There was an image in the Discord that showed a house made around a tree. So there was the tree in the middle, and then some round floors around, but there was a hole. I don't know how they made that. I think they took some rounded walls, made sure it was around, and then manually put some floors until it covered the surface. I don't know, but it was very cute. It's hard to explain, but yeah. I built a house around the tree. Okay, so we're not the only ones. So a lot of people thought of that, yeah. Because the nature feel of the game is really something we like, so I'm glad people are inspired by that. Okay, so chairs, don't laugh at my chairs. They're meant to be benches and to, you know, look good. So It's a little bench, but there is a planter underneath. So, I added soil, so it doesn't say add soil, but it does say plant seed. Now, one thing we could do is plant a carrot here and a carrot here, so now it doesn't tell us to plant anything, it's just a chair. The thing is, as soon as it rains, it's gonna water automatically the crop, and it will grow. So we're gonna have some carrots going through here. So yeah, it's so that's why I didn't plant anything. So here a fire showing the publisher that it can run out, and well, actually it can't run out. Just so you guys know, it will never run out. But if it's exposed to water or rain, it will. So I can just take my boop. There you go, no fire anymore. So there you go. And in case you didn't know, I don't know if a lot of people are aware of this. If you feed the fire for around 5 minutes until the fire just appears lower, the cooking is going to be twice as fast. Here we have a digestive tea, so hopefully that will show the publishers that if you digest it, you don't have any more meals here. There we go. So this is a little outdoor fireplace thing. So we seen the oh wait, we saw the fireplace, and now it's the campfire. Yeah, I got my words mixed up. I haven't submitted any screenshots yet, but I should. You definitely should. Yeah, would look funny. It will become an old, overgrown bench. Yes, eventually when the leaves take over. Okay, so here we have a little bridge going over the spawn point. So I thought it could be nice to have a little something going up, and it goes to nothing. But if you want to come here, you can. And then we have a little part here that's made for flax. So a lot of flax here. That you guys don't have this in your version of the demo, because that would be too good, you know? Let's see how many flax we can gather from here. Okay. There is flax everywhere. Alright. Isn't that the dream? So much flax. And here. Okay, 34 flax. That's not bad. That's not bad for just finding it on an island. Alright. Okay. So here we have a little, you know, windmill field. So we see different designs of the windmill, different blade count. Let's read this. Alright. And now we know the flex break. So hopefully this will show that, you know, you can combine the power together, make complex system. We have one of these going up and going down. And now we have some fabric here, so you can get the fabric. But you also have some... Yeah, that's it. So you can put the flax in that you gathered, and then you get some flax. Look at that speed from the windmills. That's not the normal speed if you're just going by hand. This is just the windmill. And then you can put it here to make some ropes. There we go. And then you have some, obviously, the loom makes the fabric. So there we go. Bunch of resources from that place. You get to see the sails. You get to see the little machines here. So, you know, slowly you get to get everything. Now this part here is completely useless. It used to be the sail part, so I used to have a lot of sails around here, just catching the wind, because this is the back of my island. So it's a little bridge that is attached to the side of the island with these nice, you know, connectors. And obviously you have the little secret cave here that I'm sure no publisher will see when they play. Okay, so that's about it for that island. Now, we can't sail that island, as some of you may be aware. But we do have a little bridge here, going up, and then going down. And this is, you may see where I'm going with this. This is a different island. So I docked this island here, so you go down the stairs. It appears to be the same island. There's some bread cooking, so a blueberry pie. Yummy. Then you got there a little workbench here in case you want to do some crafting on the go. Some floaters, some rudders, little boxes and crates here, and then you have some linen sails. And when you go down, you have a bunch of other sails that you can repair from this side, and you know, some other sails from this side. So the goal here is to show that you can just take the helm and go. And now, there you go. Bye bye. You have your sailing island and you have your home island. So, okay. I'm not gonna go far because I want to explore these islands. So, this island, no difference. So we are gonna have the same thing. By the way, oh, before I talk, let's destroy the fungi. Okay. So by the way, in 15 minutes, for those of you who were not there at the beginning of the stream, in 15 minutes, we're gonna play through all versions of the demo chronologically, and we're gonna have a developer on the stream chatting with us about their experience. So, like a boat docked at a pier, love it. Yes, exactly. So yeah, so stay tuned. In 15 minutes, we're gonna have the main event. Okay, so so when you say that you docked the islands together, does that mean you can make a base that permanently connects islands? Not yet. So the island that I can't move just stays there. The little island that I can move, I just moved it until it was visually connected, but they're not permanently connected. So in the future, we're gonna have these leviathans, these big creatures, flying creatures that you saw in the trailer, with the chains around their neck. And when you free them from the corruption and their chains, you can use that chain with a little ballista or a little chain gun on your island to connect two islands together with a big chain. So the more leviathans you free, the more islands you're able to connect together. So that's kind of the idea. We're not there yet. A lot of technical, things to fix first. Performance is one of them. So we'll get there. Okay. So let's free this island. So this is one you already saw in the demo. It's no difference. It's our experimental biome that's just dirt. There we go. So you get another knowledge stone. So you get to learn something. There you go, the sawmill. So as the publisher get those stones, they'll get to learn a bit more. And obviously, as you can see, there's things that you unlock even without the stones. So I'll just go here, because this is an island that many people love. I think it's the most chosen one for starting a main base in the new demo. So it is the Pine Island with a lake in the middle. Whoop, I have some FPS drops here. Okay. So there we go. Little lake here with some pumpkins. A very, very cute island. And then you go here, you have the temple that we all know. There you go, little temple. You get to learn that. The helm. Perfect. So now the publisher gets to choose their own island to claim. But we have something new that wasn't there before. Wowie, look at those trees. Yes! So this is our assets. We made them ourselves as opposed to the other trees. So we get to see the little dance. We get to see them falling. Beautiful. Okay. So the little secret is when you go at the back of the island here. Is it here? No, it's here. I got mixed up. Okay. So when you go here, you have little... Ah! That is not what I meant to do. Okay. So, back of the island, you have this. You go here. This FPS is killing me. Okay. I thought the lily pads might be gatherable for something. Maybe in the future. Maybe there's not a lot of uses for lily pads right now. But probably for decoration. We'll see. Yeah. A little late, but I've arrived. Hello! You're not that late, because we're starting the main event of showing the old demos in 10 minutes. So, that's perfectly fine. Alright, so, going through here, we have a little cave hidden. Oh, I'm having some... The game is stuttering. Is that a word? It's lagging, but it's little stutters. So we have a cave here. I'm gonna take my torch. There we go. So, a cave with a lot of these little faces. So hopefully we'll be able to pick them up like this. And now we have something more gloomy. So we have some bones here. Bones, bones, bones. So I don't think right now we have bones in any cave, but I think it's very fitting. You know, animals go creep up in that cave, and maybe even humans. So we don't know exactly. And then if we go here, we have some coal, so we'll be able to see, you know, coal mining. But this is a very complex cave system. So we have different biomes of caves. So this is just the dripstone cave. So a lot of rocks, not a lot of plants, bunch of stones on the ground. And then when you go more towards here, we have the flooded cave. So it's all underwater, and you have a bunch of these water assets and things. And then we have the lush caves, you know, so very much overgrown with a little knowledge stone in the cave. Once again, I don't think we have knowledge stones in caves right now. Alright. Redder. There we go. Now, we will keep going here, because there's something else here. So, I'm not lost. This is a different path. And I'll just make sure I read this. Okay. And then we have this. So, eventually we will have temple assets and runes. Right now we don't. So it's made out of rocks. Hello, GG003333. That's a very lovely nickname. Thanks for following. So, the cave here, we have a bunch of little things hanging. We have little stairs. Boop, 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 boop. And this is a little rune. So we have an old campfire. We have something that burnt and it was left there. Some connectors that's left. So the goal was to make some kind of an impression of something very like old and abandoned, but that was used by humans. So there we go. And now we got the windmill. So, alright, so we got this. And eventually we will have nicer assets for temples, because right now it's just a stone thing, so it's very square and not very pretty. But there is something nice about this, is that it's something you could have accessed all along. So, you know, from under the island, you can see that it's going to under, like that. And then when you go up, so let me go up here, you have a little pond that's going down inside, but it's actually made from the main waterfall. So when you're outside, you just see this waterfall, you don't see anything weird. But, oh, I'm lagging so much. Ah! But once you go in, there you go, you see that was available all along. And this right here is meant to be little gravestones. So you have, you know, I made some better choices for the material, so it's very flat. And we have bones here, suggesting that that's where people are buried. Alright, and now I just disrespected the elders. This island was the inspiration for my first custom island in this version. Ah, that's very cute. Yes, I think it's very nice. It's great looking. It has a lot of assets, so it's hard on the FPS, but yeah. If I find a bones in a cave, I expect something to try and eat me. Yeah, something dangerous in there. We will have some cave fighting eventually, some dungeons as well, so all of that will be very cool. This would be the first island with bones inside a cave. Yeah, I think so. Cave bones! Cool, like it. I love the glow that the rocks have. What was the idea there? So, one of our design pillars is that everything needs to have some correlation, some relation with the wind, the skies, or the clouds. So, you know, we implement that slowly, but the stones, the new stones, have those wind lines, we call them, so little waves, and then they glow at night. So the idea was just to have something pretty that's you know, lighting up your way, because before you unlock the torch, then you can have some natural lighting in the way. So you have those little, I think, actually, if I set my time as night, so you'll see that we have those little particles, we have the glow of the stones, we have the glow of these plants. So the idea is that you still have some lighting sources, and also it's really related to, you know, the wind, because it's wind lines. So yeah. Humans build in squares sometimes. I think it looks fine. Yeah, it's fun enough, but could be better. More bones! Bone course. He was talking about the teaching stones. The teaching stones? Oh, yeah, these. Okay, so the teaching stones, what we call the knowledge stones, were not in... they were added very late. It was like a 5-minute decision of like, we need a way to teach players about the blueprints. Because we used to start with everything on us. Every blueprint available, we had it. So we added this to learn slowly, just because we were out of time, and we thought, okay, we need to like have a reward for learning. And we thought, okay, it might be, you know, how do you learn a workbench? How do you learn a technology? So we said, oh, maybe someone teaches it to you. So maybe someone who came here before. So a tablet with some inscription and plans or something detailing the use of it. So we said, okay, it's going to be a stone. We kind of need something to catch your eye, so we have this little flag here that's red to catch your eye, and then the glow is also to catch your eye, and also to distinguish between the it's used and it's not used. So right now, you know, it's not available because there's no glow. So I don't know how long they'll last in the game. Maybe at one point they'll disappear, but I think they're pretty cute, so we might find a use for them in the future, because we might change how you learn the recipe in the long run. Unless I was wrong, sorry for stepping in on your toes. Well, I got to talk about more things, so you know. Bone curse, no, but we thought about maybe having some curses for specific play styles, not as punishments, more as Easter eggs. Like, you know, when you hit too many chickens in a video game and, you know, a big chicken appears and destroys you, something like that. But for, you know, the ecosystem and the pollution aspect of the game. Okay. Alright, so in 3 minutes we'll start the main event. I just want to quickly show you the last island. It's an island you all already know, but there have been some changes. It's the big one. Big corrupted one. Okay. Time 15. Ooh. Okay. Hello. Oh, no. Let's destroy them quickly. We have 2 minutes to destroy this island. Let's go. Speedrun. Alright, let's see if we can do it. I'm gonna hide behind. Ah! No! I need to glide! Okay. Okay, let's go here. Alright. Uh-oh. Okay. 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 Ah! Obviously too many mushrooms. Okay. Let's go to this one. Okay. Ah! Last one. Still 2 minutes on the clock? Damn. Okay. Alright, cleansed it. Now, we have a ton of wheat here, just to make sure we see it and we can collect it. But, you know, this island was a very old one. It was not updated, so we added some of the new assets. So some new flowers, some new plants, some of the new bushes. Removed the floating bushes. So there were some saplings here that were floating in the air. They are not there anymore. Added some ramp here to make sure that we can access more easily this stone here. So you can now jump here, and jump here with some flax reward as well, instead of just having to, you know, try to jump and not be able to. And now we have some flax here again, some extra flowers, but the main thing is that now that we have the cave assets, What is happening? Why am I going so fast? That's a bug. I don't understand. Okay, let me try again. Okay, I was trying to slow down, and it went up instead. Okay, so there we go. So now we have an actual cave here instead of just being the stone in the middle of nothing. Because it was a very old island, so it didn't have any assets. So we have some now. Okay. Pickaxe is maybe faster. It has a lower attack speed though, but yeah, less hits. Do not reduce the amount of mushroom. I didn't. I didn't touch it. It was perfect. Floating wheat. Where the floating bushes... Oh, really? Shit. Okay. The knowledge stones were done like a week or two before the first demo was available. About a week, yeah. Very much last minute. Floating... Yep. That jump scared me. Come on, guy. Oh, and that guy deserved that. Okay. Yeah. Some floating wheat. It's fine. We'll fix it. Okay. So, time for the main event. So, I will be going back to just chatting. Here we go. I will quit the game and go and call Max. So, screen. Let's go to sharing him my main screen. Okay. And now... Alright. Okay. So, the special guest we have today for the stream is Maxime. So, Maxime is our developer, our programmer. So, he is working solo on everything in Unity, and everything related to programming. Well, not the sounds and all that stuff, some of it, but you know. So he's been working on it from the very beginning. He was one of the OG who thought of the idea. So he knows everything about the demos we're going to see tonight. So that's why we have him on. So hello, Max. How are you doing?
Hello, what's up?
So thanks for being here. So.
Yes, of course.
I already kind of presented you. I don't know if there's more you wanted to add about, you know, what you've been doing on Astrolab for the last few years, how long you've been here?
No, you pretty much resumed it pretty well. I'm so far the lone programmer for Aloft. So every system that you encounter and you see in the game, I'm responsible for that. So every bug or every working stuff, I'm in charge.
Yes, so every time you guys spot a bug, we have to report it to Max and make his life harder.
Exactly.
Alright, so we will be going through some old demos, so I will share my screen in a second. Let's just check some comments. So, I did notice some floating plants on other islands. Yeah, it may happen sometimes. All the developers have Astrolab in their Twitch handle. No, I think Max made sure that we had the same style of nickname. But for example, Solène SQR is our marketing person, so she doesn't have the Astrolab tag, but she is on the team. I really appreciate the variety of mushrooms. Is someone on your team a mushroom nerd? There's more variety than in most games I've seen. So our concept artist is really good at coming up with these mushrooms. We had a bunch of references we threw at her. But yeah, we all had to become mushroom nerds, I think, for this game. So there we go. Alright, so let's start with some of the demos. So I'll go to the gameplay screen. So you guys should be able to see my desktop. So hopefully nothing embarrassing comes up, and this this logo is my my side business. So don't mind that. Okay, I'm the 3D artist. Hello. Oh, Stronger T. It's Mary. I never knew you were Mary. Hi, Mary. Okay, Aloft. Hey, see through. Nice to see you here. All right. So let's go with the first demo we have for you guys today, which is this one. Okay, so I think this is like the first ever build that I saw when we started working that you showed on the big TV, right? So what do we have working on here?
Yeah, so this build was like we were researching of how the camera would behave on moving platform. So the first like thing that we wanted to be sure of is about motion sickness and about like, oh, is it like very weird if you're on island and it moves around and everything. So in this demo, you can jump into a moving platform. Oh, you missed it.
I'll try again.
Yeah, so once on the moving platform, you have like 3 options, I think. One is when the camera is moving with the platform, or if the camera is not moving with the platform, is sync fixed. So we have a bunch of options, and we wanted to test and see which one was.
One day I'll be able to make it.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's what we said at top, right? Top left is no axis, 1 axis, or 3 axis. So it's the options we have, and that will determine how our camera rotates, right? Oh, yeah. There we go.
There we go.
So that's no axis.
So don't move the camera, don't move the mouse. So this means that your camera is always looking towards a certain direction.
Yeah. Because at some point, I think, was there the option of the island not being straight? Because this is very angled, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
it was to test the like other options, but I think since the beginning we wanted the island to stay very like
horizontal,
flat and only rotate on the y-axis. So in this case, it's very like hard like to stay on the island. If you focus to try to like interact with the machine or interact with something, it's like always moving. So it was like a very bad options for the game.
Yeah, because I can see in the distance, I'm very like there's no motion sickness at all because I can see this reference point and it's very straight. But if I try to go towards that ball here, now I stop moving the mouse and it just goes past me. So I have to keep the mouse like this, and if I just go forward, I'm gonna go like this because it's turning. Okay, so now
this option is a great like if you're piloting the island is very useful because you want to have like a destination in like a global world, not into the island itself. So this option of moving the camera would be fine for piloting. I think I look into Sea of Thieves for reference how they behave the camera depending of when they're shipping the piloting the ship or when they're just on board of the ship.
So now let's try the 1 axis. So this is 1 axis. So if I try to look at this ball right here and I don't move my mouse, I still look at the ball. So what's going on here?
In this example, you're only rotating on 1 axis. You're following the island on 1 axis. So this means that you will always face the center, but it won't change your like pitch. Like if you're looking up or down, you will always look at the middle. If you see the horizon, it will never go up or down.
Okay, so as opposed to here, no axis, I could just look and not move my mouse, and it will always stay. If I go 1 axis, it will start moving. So I'm more
on 1 axis, yeah,
on 1 axis. So this
and on this
is 3 axis.
Exactly. This one is the more sickening. So maybe don't stay so much on it. It's when you're rotate 100% with the ship or the platform. But as you can see, the horizon gets like rotates with you. This is the main reason why we wanted the island to stay like very flat and never like tilt.
Yeah.
It's very motion sickening.
Yes, it is. All right, so that's kind of cool, and I'm glad we didn't go with the islands that rotate like this because
yeah. But this means that we want the camera to be fixed on 1 axis.
Yeah.
But even then, when the island is like tilting, it feels a bit weird.
Yeah.
So what we like decided is you're fixed on 1 axis, and the islands don't tilt. It only like rotates on 1 axis.
Yeah. And I'm at 120 FPS because it's a very early build. All right,
yeah.
So let's go to the next one. So let's check some of the comments first. So what's up, guys? Thank you for supporting our game. I'm the marketing project manager. Yes, that's Solène, and Stronger Thieves Mary are 3D artists. So a bunch of people from the team here. It's a lovely game. Enjoying the progress it's making. Thank you. Hey friend, very glad to have you here. Question, will characters be customizable at any stage? Is it planned? Yes. So we have a lot of concept arts with a bunch of different outfits, facial structures, body types, scars, tattoos, beards, hair, clothing, all that stuff. So this is something that we'll be working on very soon. This week, I think we started working on some facial hair. So yeah, that will be a thing.
We will include options for the body type.
Yep.
Skin colors, colors, hairstyle, facial hair. We try to include the more variety that we can. So once the system will be finished, you would be able to represent yourself as you wish.
And it's very, I'm very excited for that because Kenzie made some sketches and there's so many options. I think it's going to be awesome. Okay, so build number 2. So, looking very different. What do we have here?
Yeah, so this is, we skipped a few builds just to showcase more stuff. All of those assets are taken from Unity package, so they're not ours. So in this case, we can see a randomly placed island into the horizon. So it was the first attempt for a procedural map. We can see that we have trees and rocks, and you can move the player, look around. But I think in this build, you can jump off and hold space to glide. So it was the first attempt of gliding. We wanted to be sure that it was working fine and that it would be fun to go from an island to the other.
And this is very weird because you have to hold, right? So if I stop holding, I stop gliding, and I can't move the mouse, so I'm stuck in looking where I'm going. So if I want to go look back, I have to go back, and then obviously it's the same speed every direction, so we don't really have that same sense of speed as the new one. So it's very fun to see, and also I think we have the boost right in this one.
Yeah, you should press shift to boost, but it's very, very fast.
So let's.
One interesting thing is the bird wings. That would be in the first attempt of a glider. I quickly just took an PNG of something for wings.
Yeah.
But we didn't know if we wanted to be artificial wings or if we had a mutation that we had wings on ourselves.
Yeah, and this is the ultimate Unity asset package because we have the angel wings, we have the old character that a lot of people liked, but it was not very our vision for the character. This is more like a black ninja. Yeah.
A hunter it was called.
A hunter, yeah, okay. And with the tribal tattoos and all that stuff, yeah. So it's very fun to see the very first version of the islands because we have these trees. Notice them because they will change very soon.
Yeah. For the worse.
Yeah, this is a version of them with leaves, little roots with moss and nice texture. So next build we'll see what became. Why bird wings? Placeholder.
Placeholder.
Can you make it to where escape exits the build menu? Just small quality of life adjustment. I think it does, right? Escape does leave the build menu in the game right now.
It should, or else it's a bug.
Yeah. Yes, I keep hitting the escape to do this and nothing happens. Really? It's supposed to work. I'll look into it. Characters looks Assassin's Creed like. Yeah, that's true. There was no bottom for that island. No, and some islands right now almost also don't have bottoms as of now. Facial hair gonna have a Nico beard.
We'll call the assets a Nico beard. Beard A, beard B, Nico beard, beard D.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a diss about my beard. Alright. It's weird because pressing B to get to the build menu is fine, but having to press it again to exit is annoying. I have to press B. Alright, so I'll check into that because I'm pretty sure escape works. That's what I use. Okay. Navigation. So this build right here, it's pretty similar to the other one, but we have some new features, right?
Yes, those are the cells that I build. That we sadly changed the model.
Beautiful.
So you couldn't place them, you couldn't adjust them. This was a test to see if like you would be able to move an island and how it would feel to be on a moving island. So
Alright,
it's interesting to see that I've already implemented like the color of the cells changing, like changing colors to see if they catch the wind well or not. So it was a first attempt of like aerodynamic, yeah, of taking the winds and like having obstruction that would block the wind and needing to face the wind to move.
Aerodynamism? Is that aerodynamics?
Something like that, yeah. You know what I mean.
Yeah. English is hard. So, these cells keep that color though. So if you're going against the wind, it's always going to be red. That's funny.
Yeah.
And we already had, as you said, the aerophysics of it. Like the tree here is blocking that sail partially, right?
It would be the other way, but yeah.
Okay, yeah. Huh.
The wind is coming from behind.
That's pretty cool. So we had the first glimpse at the sailing, and we can rotate, we can move, and we just have two states, open or closed, right? For the all right. So next build we have this one is called Hurricane.
Ooh, so this one we skipped a few builds just to include more assets to show you.
So there are the trees. There they are. Let's
all right. So, oh no.
What is this?
Oh, I think you spawned on a random island.
Oh, so I spawned inside the hurricane.
That's interesting.
Oh, and we have some new wings that are made very quickly in Photoshop. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm so fast. Okay, let me try to. There's no menu. I can't escape.
Good luck. Tab, no. F1. Enter.
No. There's nothing. Okay, so we'll have to open it up again.
Yeah. As someone noticed, firstly, the game was called Afloat.
Yeah.
But we changed it because there were already a game called Afloat, so we changed it for Aloft.
Yeah, we had a long discussion. I think the two main contenders were either Aloft or Windweaver. So
Windweaver, yeah.
Windweaver was about, the wind, and the weaving aspect was, making sails, and, we liked the Windweaver having this kind of a cool sounding name, but it also appealed for a cool looking game, something that's more like challenging, more action packed, and all that kind of stuff. I think we went with Aloft because we liked the simplicity, bubbliness, and, it sounded like something very relaxing and simple, and we like that.
Yeah, and Windweaver sounded a lot like Wind Waker.
Yeah, also.
It would be a bit confusing sometimes.
Let's check some of the comments. I really like the hidden caves underneath some of the islands. Awesome jump with that. Yeah, so we're trying not to have too many of those, because otherwise there's no fun in having every time a secret underneath. But yeah, it's a cool thing that once you notice by yourself that some islands have the secrets underneath, it's pretty rewarding. The hidden caves are fun. I'm really bad at gliding though, so it's a struggle. Yeah. Need to get that gliding practice in. Alright, so let's start and hope that we don't start. Okay, that's better. We're close, but we're not better. Inside. Yeah.
So yeah, okay. On this test, we implemented the first version of the Hurricane. Fun fact, it's still the one that we use today because we never revisited it. But eventually we'll change it to feel more like part of the aesthetic of the game.
And I think it's even a bit more detailed than it is right now, because there we removed those very, in the far distance we can see the strings, yeah, the wind strikes almost of the hurricane, and we removed those because they were kind of distracting and out of style with the new style. But they were removed, but as were the ones closer to the center, I think. So this is a bit nice to see because it's less flat and more detailed, but doesn't matter because we'll change the hurricane pretty soon.
Yeah.
And I just noticed that we have some sails floating in the background. So the LOD of the islands is a sail icon.
Or I think it's like two crossed planes, so in this angle it looks like a sail.
Let's check. Do we have the boost? Okay,
You
we
should
do.
have it.
I wonder how far that is. Oh, you're right. It's not a sail. What is it?
It's just like two planes in an X pattern.
Okay. So there we go. So we had different islands by then, right? They were made by... who made them? Was it...
It was Alex. back in the
Yes. That was in us, but he left us, so we don't have him on the team anymore. But yeah, he made a couple of quick islands like this to show what could be. And we have some bridges here. That's nice, right? We have they're not like one block, but they're kind of little clusters.
day. Yeah, that's nice.
But
You
you know,
should have. I think in this build you can press C for construction mode.
looks like I can also double jump. Yeah, I'll check for the building mode. Give me a second. I'm trying to land. It's very hard. Okay. So B, I can build. So I can choose something. So I can choose a support. Then. All right. So
dark.
this was not our assets, but it was.
No, it was. It was my assets.
It was.
Yeah.
Oh my God! You made all of these, including the
not
stairs.
the helm, but yeah.
Oh
Even the
yeah,
stairs.
the helm was not ours, right? Okay.
No.
So okay, so they were our sets, but they were placeholders. And what's funny is that was kind of almost the easy snapping system we have right now, right? So
Yeah, something similar.
yeah, so it's not the program in the same way, but we had like a simple way of building before we went to the manual snapping points, and then came back to like a mix
It
of
became
both.
very complicated very quickly. So as soon as you build like a house, you'll often notice that it snaps to places that you don't want them to be snapped.
And to destroy, it's this. So let's say I want this here, okay, and then I want this. How can I do that? Okay, so I want the stairs to keep going up, but I can't. Oh, I need to look here? No. Okay, so I see what you mean. There's...
Yeah.
I have to kind of... That's not snap, that's just me placing it approximately. Yeah.
And it was also just a proof of concept.
Yeah.
So we wanted to see if it would work to build a house and move it on the island, how it would feel like to be into a house on a moving island. It felt good, so we kept continuing and improving the assets.
Oh wow, can I change my point of view? I'm stuck like this.
Q, F1, F1,
No.
enter space, shift, no.
And the cells... Oh wow. Oh.
Oh,
So the sails are not multi-step process, so you just click and there we go, you have a sail. And oh, it's very hard to land here. Okay.
so fast.
Got it. Alright, so that's about it for this one, right? We have the building, we have the sails, the islands, and the hurricane. Okay.
If you open the cells, I think we saw like friction. The first, like an attempt to create frictions on the island. So if you open the cell, you'll see like on the walls and on the cells you have some colors, like even on the building that you created. So it was like an idea for friction, that like the island would be slower if the shape of the island wasn't made for like piercing through air friction. But it was very complicated, and like overall the majority of like the area of the island is the rocks. So even if you build something very like aerodynamic, your island wasn't. So it was very tedious to change it.
And you also have the inventory here, but I don't think there are any resources yet, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Let's check out some comments. So, will there be other platforms for Aloft, like consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch? So, yeah.
Hopefully yes, but it's a huge process. So we'll focus on PC right now, and we'll see how it goes.
Bro, the snapping system you have right now is amazing. Yeah, so it was Max's idea to have the manual snapping points, so to choose like where you snap from and where you snap to. That's very clever. And then we mix that.
It was the easiest to implement, so
Yeah.
it was to save some time on my end. But it ended up like being very versatile, but a bit complicated to learn.
Yeah, we can see in the earlier demos that people just can't build because they don't know like how that works. But then when you look at advanced players and you get the easy snapping that we have now, sometimes it's not enough, and having that manual mode is so useful. So I think like having the two of both is the best we can have.
I agree.
Hi everybody, salut. All the cells moving, thrilling on closed mode. I don't remember what have been removed on last versions. So there's a mix of French here and English. The cells moving on closed mode. Oh yeah, like this. Do we have moving cells when they're closed?
If yes, it's a lot more subtle.
Yeah.
It's on like it's yeah, I don't remember, but it feels good.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Will there be different types of islands like ice, snow, or desert? Yes, so we have multiple biomes planned. Biomes take a long time to implement. It's a lot of assets, it's a lot of implementations. So it's going to be a slow process, but as the years move forward, we're going to have more and more biomes. So we have some concepts for it. So in the Discord, in the development channel, we have some ideas. I think we have 9 different biomes that, planned out. Yes. All right. So let's move on to the next one. So next one is called crafting.
I wonder.
All right. So already we have
the neon green tree.
Yeah. Oh wait. So we didn't seed these ones on the last islands we visited. But so what's the idea for this?
Okay. So it was. We were like searching on our aesthetic style, and we had this idea of having different texture based on if it's in the shadow or not. But this is a very bad example because both of the texture are very, very similar, so it's hard to see. But in this in this build, we went for a more toon approach for the shading, and we went for more detailed texture when it's in the shadows.
So you can see here in the light it's very simple, and here you have very rough edges and dark spots, Yeah.
So it was like a test to see if we liked it or not. We hated it, so we never went with it.
It was very, very jarring. The colors very neon green.
Yeah.
The grass, yeah. But here we actually have some kind of a semblance of a game. So for the first time you can actually play something. So you can gather some rocks. So you have pick up. These are some old rocks, but we had them for a long time, I think, in the demo. And you can hold E to pick up all kinds of resources around you. So if I go here, I don't think they drop, right? So we only have these resources. So I can
they respawn? Oh, no.
pick up with E, and that was a bug actually, I think, right? The pick up with E instead of holding. And then, but we kept it as the main option for picking up. And then if you hold, you gather all in a radius. So that's what happens. So sometimes, guys, in the game right now, when you see 2 branches on the tree that are very close, there's actually a radius. So if you pick up one branch, the other will pick up automatically because of that. It's an old shadow of that feature. So right now we have some resources. So we have stone and wood. And then in the build menu, we have this nice warning tape around. And we have some more things. So we're going to have this, right? The workbench. I need more stuff. So it says I need some fibers. What do I need for that?
Not sure. Do you have tools? No. Can you build tools? No, you don't have the workbench.
I don't have tools. I think in the earlier versions there was like a pickaxe planted somewhere and you could take the pickaxe.
Oh, mayhaps.
But I don't see it here. Okay, so what can I do then? Because I can make a floor right here, Oh yeah, and we had the first version of the
Oh.
frames.
Yeah, that's interesting. We don't have the hammer, but we had the frames.
How am I supposed to do this? So it says.
Yeah, that's
I
fiber.
think fiber, or that was the leaves back. Was that the leaves? Grass. Okay, so we don't, we can't do that yet. I thought we could, but looks like we can't. But is it a random island? I think this is a fixed island now, right?
That's a fixed island, yeah.
Yeah. And the hurricane looks better because we have some clouds now. We have some puffs.
Yeah, so it was very empty to see the whole world without clouds, so I bought this like quick assets to have volumetric clouds, but they're not very pretty to look at, so we changed it in the future.
Yeah. And I'll try one last time to see if I can do something here. Oh, that's interesting. Custom cloth, but we don't have the resource, right? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Can you press F1? Do you have like a cheat code or?
No, there's no cheat codes here.
That's sad.
Okay, so we'll just maybe if I quit the menu and try to load something else, right? So these are old. Oh no, because 10 October. That okay. They all said that. They all said that they were back from. Oh, crashed the game. I think it's an old version. Okay.
Yeah.
Alt F4. Let's see. Going through Discord developer now. Some nice concepts. Yes, I agree. When I first opened the game, I was punching the trees arc style until I found the branches. Yeah, branches and saplings are both things you can gather from the start. Okay, flax harvest. Let's pick this one. Okay. So already, name is changed. We have a loft now. Start game. It's loading. Create new map. And you can see that we didn't change the UI of the main menu since then. Not a lot. Just slightly, but
not yet. Nope.
So
different grass.
So yeah, that makes a lot of difference. So we have, that's the grass we currently have, is it?
Yep. Not the same color, but the same texture.
And these flowers are still in there. The little,
Yes.
wheat and So, and that makes these trees look out of place so much.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's that's the most narrative we had in the game ever. So
that's very interesting.
We have a skeleton here with a glider, a pickaxe that you can take, and now you have the pickaxe, and you can equip it like that, and you have a note. It's been days, possibly even weeks now since I was drawn into the storm. My little boat was destroyed by a floating piece of land, but I managed to survive so far with the meager supplies I could recover from the wreckage. The situation is dire, but I must say it feels amazing to finally be on real land, as small as it is. I'm getting to the end of my supply. I sharpened some stone, made an axe, and managed to make some planks. Oh, so we're trying to tutorialize and hint at what needs to be done. Using the sails and ropes of my old boat, I figured out how to craft my own wings. I hope I'll be able to glide to another island and find some more supplies. The islands closer to the storm will look to be even richer in the resources. But to get to them, I'll need to move toward the Isle of Storm. This is it. In a few moments, I'll be making my first plunge into the clouds. Let's hope it's not my last. So,
Oops.
No one would ever read that because it's too long, but it was nice little word building, and we had some. I think this was made by Kenzie, right? Our concept artist.
Yep.
Yeah, those
The
little
drawings.
Da Vinci technical drawings. Yeah. I actually kind of like the look of the trees. well, that makes one of you. That is actually really cool. The drawing of the glider is nice. Yes. So I really like this drawing. It fit at a time, that little piece of paper. Is this a hint at the storyline, or has it been dropped? The storyline was always, there some people living in the clouds back in the day, and you're like kind of around the ruins of their civilization, and people on the ground floor on the sea level. But it was never clear.
Yeah, I think we had like missing assets, so or it wasn't very clear what to do, so we just added this quickly to have a goal.
Yeah.
If I don't know if it shows, yeah, it shows a hammer when you're looking at the glider. So this was the only way to get the glider. It was to like repair it.
Yeah. Because we couldn't craft the glider yet, right? Because I think back then we thought the glider was not going to be an equipment, like an item, because we wanted the glider to stick with the player because of soft locking. So we were like, okay, then you repair the glider, and then it's you know, something that your character has and never shows up in the inventory.
Yeah. But we thought about it, and this wouldn't work in multiplayer. So
yeah,
like maybe you would spawn on your friend's island without the glider, and you were getting stuck because yeah, there was a lot of problems with it. So we changed it.
And I think no rock breaking, right?
Oh. Huh.
So,
I guess so.
This is back when breaking rocks was not a thing, so you just gather infinite amount of rocks like that. And then same for the trees, right? So the trees now drop branches, so there's going to be some branches falling off and on the ground like this, and you can pick them up. Now they don't fall anymore, they just stick on the side of the tree. So new recipe unlocked, the workbench. So now I need 5 wood. So let's hope that the game provides me 5 wood from around the trees. Okay, so there we go. Oh, more branches. Workbench! What a nice looking workbench, right guys? So Max, this is your asset?
I don't think so.
No?
I'm not sure. I don't remember doing it.
Okay, so let's see. So we had back there, back then, the idea for, you know, discovering recipes. So a little star, so you add that, craft. So there you go. And then this and this, make an axe.
It's the same system, we have the same recipe.
Yeah, except
that was a very nice system.
Yeah, except that now, you know, there's the star, but I don't have the resource, so I can't craft it. So the star will remain there. And that was, I think, our main issue, was that with more rare resources, like bones and other things in the future, if you need a lot of them for different crafts, and you only find one, and then the next one you'll find is in many hours, then you can't discover new recipes anymore, because it's always going to be confusing with the stars. So right now it's not the optimal approach what we have, but we have ideas to make it more clear. So
if you look at the sky, it's also, I think, the first implementation of day-night cycle.
Oh yeah, so we do have a nice little sunset here. That's nice. Yeah. And we have F1 functions, time scale, time, and fog. Oh, we had fog back in the day. Do we still have fog, or it's hidden?
We still have it. Yeah.
Okay.
Not as a command, but as a feature.
Oh yeah, but I mean, so the command is entirely removed?
Yeah, because it's more dependent of the storms, the time of the day, or stuff like that.
Okay, let's find what we can find. So craft. So see, pickaxe. I already have a pickaxe, but I need to craft it if I want to remove the stars. And then we have the stone sickle, and I think the last one will be the hammer, right? There we go, hammer. So
all of those icons were stolen.
Very placeholder. And now we have access to all the building stuff. So
the sawmill.
Building is still the same, but we didn't get to see in the last demo the filling of the frame. So we take the hammer and then we look at the piece and bam, bam, like this. So very similar to what we have right now, but you know, we get to see the first version of that. Then we have the axe now. So I can't actually scroll wheel. I have to manually select number 2 or 3, and then I hit the tree. It will never break, so I'll just have to gather.
Infinite wood.
Infinite wood. So
you can notice that the animation, we didn't have an animator back then, so I was making all of those placeholders animation.
And you can see that the hand is separate from the body, so you can see your third hand.
You're like Shiva in Mortal Kombat.
Yes. So someone said...
Because how it works, yeah, for more details, like the hands that you see in first person are rendered as another camera.
Yeah.
So it's not part of the model itself, it's like another pair of arms.
Yeah.
So that's why when you look down, you see the arms of your character and the hand of what you're holding. So we change it in the future when you're in first person. We just don't render the arms attached to the model.
Yeah.
So it feels more natural.
All right. So someone says NPCs. So we're not sure about NPCs. It's a lot of work, animations, modeling, and they always, you know, you have to do them right if you don't want to make them feel cheap and a bit artificial. So far, I don't think we have any plans for NPCs. More like traces of past NPCs that are not there anymore. But yeah. The crafting sound is still the same. At least it sounds familiar. I think it changed, but it's the same as the last demo, not the current demo. Yeah. Very sophisticated workbench. Yes. Nico, you said you started as a team of 5 and recently expanded to 13. Who are the original 5? So me. Okay, so we were 5 for a long time, but before being 5, we had some more people coming in and going out. So, me, Maxime, Kenzie, the concept artist, Mary, the 3D artist, was there very soon, very early, but not at the very beginning. And then Manu, our boss, and Felix, the HR and project manager. So, I think... Yeah, the 5 of us, except Mary, were there at the beginning. We also had our sound guy, Alex, and... Did we have someone else? I think that was it, right? We were 6 with Alex, but Alex left, so there's only 5 of us left.
We had someone who made the... Like, as you can see right now, we have some of our assets, mainly the foliage and the rocks. Not the rocks, yeah. But I meant the base islands.
Yeah, so that was Jonathan, right?
That was Jonathan's, yes.
So Jonathan was not there at the very beginning. He was there like a few weeks or a month after the beginning, and he joined in and did some 3D assets. He wasn't there for a long time, so we have Mary after his departure that came in and is still there today. So original 6 people. There's one not there anymore, so original 5, and then Mary is very early in that stage, and Jonathan was part of us, and yeah, over time we added more and more people, and now in the last few months it's been crazy. We're a lot bigger now. Okay, so let's try the sawmill. So sawmill, I need some sharp stones. So sharp stones, let's make 2 of those. Okay.
Can you try to slide? I wonder if we had the sliding system.
I will, but let's talk about this first. So this, I think every machine before becoming a 3D model had to go through that stage of just being a PNG box, right?
Yeah. It was a proof of concept,
yeah. So, just a PNG round, and then you use the sawmill, but it's empty. So you have a different interaction for opening it, putting something inside. So it shows you, that's something that can go in because it's blue. And then you have way too many output slots for the need. And then, you just... Oh my god. So
that's how you use a sawmill.
So I think every machine interaction was this one, and we had the minigame there, so it was a different minigame. So you see at the top bar it's loading, and every time the machine flashes, I think you can click, yeah, perfect, and every time you perfect, it's going a bit faster, and it shows the combo. So let's see how far I can go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Is there a cap? Oh, I don't have any more wood. So there you go. Our planks, and then the tether was still a thing. Maybe we have...
Do we have the windmills?
Maybe not. Let's see. So I made some planks. What can I do with the planks? Apparently nothing, right?
I think you can repair the glider.
Oh, that's it, right? Yeah. Glider. Bam. -1 plank. And now I think we put some islands on the side. Oh, it's so fast.
You're going so fast.
And when and it's the turns are not sharp, and look at that momentum. So if I close, let's say I boost, right? I boost, and then I have to hit here. Because I'm flying so fast. Okay. Oh, we had some lugs. Yeah, that's what I told Kenzie about a few weeks ago, I think. We had some 3D lugs like that.
Those are our assets, I think.
Yeah, it's Jonathan's, and it was based off Kenzie's sketch.
Yeah.
Alright. So, we have flax here, so we're able to gather some flax. With the very nice...
This is why, like, we implemented the whole E together.
Yeah, because that's a lot. You have to do this, and now the whole E makes it easy, but yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so...
Oh, I think the flex break has its own model, if I remember correctly.
Isn't it the same as before? Wait, let's see. Oh, wow! So, once again, we put the flex in. Now we have the same minigame with the same animation. Oh, but we do have an animation for the flex breaking things. There we go. And I think at some point in the future of Loft, we want to have that view of the machine back. Because right now it's all UI.
Not this view, but at least like what we can find in Skyrim's, like a different point of view and seeing your character using the machine.
Yeah, with the cool visual of the machine actually working. Because right now I think it is there is an animation, but you don't really see it because of the blue UI. Okay, so we have that. So now we have the spinner. Spinner once again, a white box. Let's see what we can do with that. Let's make a few ropes. Oh, I missed.
Oh.
There's the hands go up when you miss.
Oh no.
Oh.
I broke it.
Oh no. Okay, so ropes, we get the loom. And I think that was... so these three machines were there very early. The flex break, the spinner, and the loom. But it was so tedious because the whole experience of the beginning island was build a workbench just to build this, just to build this, just to build this, just to build this. And then it was so tedious because it was just building machines that that had one use and that's it. Okay,
but I think we wanted to feel it tedious because we implemented the windmill. So now that you have the windmill, you don't have to like power the machines with your bare hands. You can automate it.
Yeah, so it being tedious makes it just more rewarding when you get the windmill. Okay, so I'll try to make a windmill to see how that works and see the beautiful, because I think that now we have the ones from the first trailer we see, right? The the square windmill.
Yeah.
Let's check the message. So, bouncy box when you tickle it. Yes, because the box is jumping, right? The animations were amazing. Nice slam on the mills. Chayabada, I love the pictures you share on the Discord. Oh yes, I agree. Alright, so let's see. I need to make this before I can make more cloth, right? Alright.
And
I'm gonna deserve those.
Can you take a look if you have like the custom cloth?
Yeah, pretty sure.
This was something that we removed because it was broken, but we were planning of like adding it to the game again. It was a very nice feature.
So I'll have enough ropes that I'll be able to show both, I think. Oh no! I transformed all of it into rope.
Uh-oh.
And there are no give commands, right?
You have other island you can explore, I think.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that. Boop. And back then we had to fall if we wanted to open the glider. So it was very scary because you double jump, nothing happens. So when you first start the game, you're just, okay, should I jump off? I technically have a glider. It was a big commitment. So you were just, oh, let me pick this.
It was very interesting though. So like every playtesters we saw, it was always like, oh, should I jump? Is it a good idea?
Yeah.
It feels wrong.
It was an adrenaline rush, yeah.
Yeah. Oh lord.
Yeah, some visual bugs with the glider. Alright, so back to the flags break. Let's break some flowers.
How much does it take for the windmill?
So windmill is 5 and cloth is 5. So with 10 I should be okay. And I have 4 right now. Okay, so let's just make 8 of those. 6 of those. Okay, one last. Okay, there we go. Now we'll go here.
Not ropes.
Oh, not my bad. Okay, let's make one more. So while I break all of this, I was curious, Max. Throughout all the development, what was the thing you liked the most to work on? You know, what was the most fun to work on?
Oh, that's a hard question. I think it's the world building, to have the hurricane and having floating islands, and to see like day-night cycle having nice clouds or yeah.
The like visual and impressive aspect of it.
Or just like the feeling of being on a floating island and like having to jump from island to island. It was the feeling of the game.
Yeah, and I think we got that feeling pretty early. Like just right here in that demo, we can still get the same vibe than we have right now. Obviously, it's a bit different, but you know, just being in this big empty sky with the big giant hurricane in the distance. We don't see the hurricane that much anymore because of all the clouds, but yeah, it's a nice feeling. Okay, so windmill, as we can see, it's catching some wind and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And it was not a manual thing back in the day, so we were just pressing E to tether to machine. It would just automatically go to the tethers in a radius, so it goes through everything. So less control, but it was working. So if I put something here, you can see that it's working on its own. So if I go to here, it's gonna go 3, 4, and then 5, and so on.
Cool.
Can you shove the custom clothes building option? Like in the game, can we just shove it in? It's a bit broken, so we have to work on it again. We can show you. So that's a very interesting feature that will be back at some point. We want it in the game. So you just add a custom cloth, and then when you're in building mode, you can select a point, and you can move it anywhere you want. So let's say I want to build little... Oh, I missed wood. Where is my wood? Is it all here? Oh, let's just take some of these then. Okay. So let's say I want to build a wall like this. And is there snapping?
Rotate it? No, there's no. Press.
Oh, it snaps there. Oh, because walls don't snap between each other. They snap on the wall, on the floor. Oh, I have to look at the floor? Okay.
That's weird.
Yeah. Okay. So let's say I have some walls here. Well, okay, whatever. So I was able to, you know, just put that here. If I want, I can put that here like that, and then put it like this. And whatever you wanted to do, you could. You know, like as much as this, I could. I can place that here, place that here. And the most interesting part, I think, is that you can inflate like this the thing, so you can go underneath like that. You can also deflate it if you want. So you could make very complex structures with, you know, just using that, because it's fully customizable. The size, the inflation, all of that, and it was a very cool option. I was making tents back in the day all the time. Like just building a base structure instead of a roof, just putting some cloth like that was very nice. Would be cool. Saw the video of it in the development channel. Oh yeah, in the development channel we did post this, I think. And yeah, the collider works, so it can work on. Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, it was a very nice feature. We should add it soon.
Yeah.
We broke it someday and we just never fixed it.
Yeah, I think it's something that will improve the base building aspect a lot. Like what we see in the Discord will just be enhanced by 10.
I agree.
Okay, so I think that was it for this version. Now we have 2 2 more demos. So, let's switch it here. So this one right here, I think it's the first one that was public. So some of you may have played this one already. I think. Oh, unless maybe it's the one, it's the weird one, right? On the island.
Let's see.
Because there's one that we thought of sharing, but it's not. Oh yeah, no, it's the first one. Okay. So this is, I think it's the first public one, but it was not made public on Steam and announced. I think it was just itch.io, and then we shared it with some publishers, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So that was just made to impress publishers. So we have a starting island, and you can see new trees. So
still not ours, but at least better than what we had.
Exactly. So that made a big difference in the vibe of the game when we changed to these trees. And you can see that they are still in the demo as of today, but they are not ours. So they will be changed eventually. They are still placeholders. The old rocks here, and these assets, we still have them in the game. These little rocks here.
Not the old rocks. The pickable rocks has been changed.
The pickable rocks haven't changed, but these these big stones, right? These we still have them in the game.
Yeah.
And then do we have any? Okay, so we can pick up the saplings for the first time, like this. All right. We get a bunch of things. So we get a bed, a workbench, and a sail. So I think back then it was whenever you pick up a resource that's in the cost of something, you unlock that thing. So
we had no knowledge stones.
Yeah, so everything with stone, wood, and leaf, we now know. So I can build a workbench, and that's our workbench. So very nice looking. It was made by Jonathan, the 3D artist who left. And it's still the one we have today in the game. But except that now I think when you select it, it's the outline and not a full glow.
Yeah, so you can look at it more closely and see the details instead of being blind by the flash.
Exactly. And now we have a little question marks instead of the... Oh my god, now we unlocked all the pieces.
Ooh.
So back then I think we had the rounded pieces including from the get-go, right? The triangles, we had a bit less options, but most of it is still the same. These pieces are exactly the same. So it was the first attempt at making our own UI like intentionally look good. It's still the same UI in the game, but it's going to change at some point because now we have a newer UI for the inventory, for example, and it's going to match that style eventually.
I wonder if the anchor system was implemented in this version. I think so.
You mean of the build menu?
Yeah. If we have the manual snapping system.
Let's check.
Instead of the broken, weird one we had in the last demo.
So I'll make some sharpened stone, just to be able to make a pickaxe. Whoop. Then an axe.
Oh, those are our assets of the axe and...
Oh yeah. So I wonder if we have the tools or just the icons.
We should have the tool.
Yeah. So that's the first time we have our own tools. So the hammer, the pickaxe, and the axe, we still have those today. Then we unlock something. The sawmill, right? Sawmill again is ours, and the bed. We didn't get to see the builds with the the PNG bed, but that's fine.
I wonder if you have the combo system.
Yep, looks like it. Yeah, we do. Okay, so I think we jumped very far ahead in time since the last one. So it was a few months later. So we can gather the stones now. We can cut some trees. There we go. And we can... I have the sickle? Or
I
think
you need rope. Or no?
No, I just need an extra. So we didn't have... oh yeah, we had recipes, but it was hidden while you were selecting stuff. Like, okay, so if I add a stone, it shows all the recipes that can be crafted with stone. So if I add the wood, then there's nothing else than this. But if I add this instead, or mayhaps I'm wrong. Oh yeah, it's only if it's a recipe it will show. If it's not, it will show what can be made out of that. So let's make some sharpened stone. Then this and this. Oh, and this. There we go. So the sickle and sickle. There we have it. I think back then it couldn't cut anything except the flax, right? That was
I think so, yeah.
Only purpose. Okay. There we go. And then the wood. I think that's the same thing, right? The trees didn't change. At least these trees didn't change since then.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so now we wanted to check the build. So build, we have our own assets, and yeah, it's the manual. So this is looking pretty close to what we have right now. Same assets. So I don't even think we have this state anymore for the. Oh no, because that's the floor and the frames. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
And the foundations. There we go. So we have the. Oh, I don't have any more wood. So we have the building working. So same building we have right now. Do I start? I think I start with the glider, right? Yeah. So I start with the glider, and we can see that we add some. Whoop, some water here. There we go.
So blue.
It's very, very blue. I think I downloaded when the first public release was published, but I didn't play it until recently after the latest release. Huh. Yeah. So, but I think this one was never that much public. Like you need to be a real OG from itch.io if you know this one. The old rocks were hard for people to find. Yes, indeed, they were very much more dark and into the ground. Very close to the first Steam demo, this one. Yeah, very close. Inventory is getting nerfed for the introduction of storage options. Yes, indeed, in the next demo. Okay. So, we have our first look at the corrupted islands. So, back then we had no mushrooms, so it was just a fog on the normal island. And you can see that we do have our mushroom guys. But they will look a bit different because they are much bigger and they have other animations, and also they are very glowy.
Yeah, the eyes are.
The eyes are
spotlights.
Extremely glowy. Yes. So I think we have the slide. So I can run. I can slide.
Yeah.
I can boost jump. Can I boost jump?
Maybe not. I don't think so.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Interesting.
So at the end of a slide, if you jump, you have a boost jump. So I can boost jump and hit. Woo! And we do have the combo system working.
They're a lot more tougher as well.
Yeah. Right now I think it's 3 hits. Now it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I believe. Yeah, 5 hits. There we go. And I think the range of the weapons was much shorter. Because right now, here, I would be hitting in the new demo.
It was hard to hit the enemies.
Yeah. Okay. Some bones. Did they drop bone on death?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, because I think at some point they did. They dropped bone when you killed them. Okay, so the nodes. So it's the nodes we know right now. We had another node before that we can see in the development channel of the Discord, but I don't think it's we had the demo.
It wasn't the first trailer, I think.
Oh yeah, indeed it was. So we got some sample. So back then, sample had, I think, no use, not yet implemented, as we can see. It's going to be back, the sample with the cleansing and researching some cure for the disease of the corruption. But now we're dropping fungi fiber because we wanted players to have to come to the corruption island before they can sail their island, so to get rope. So we added the fungi fiber, but both of them were placeholders. Alright, so I think that's about it for this demo, right? Because we have the building is not gonna get any more complex, except
Do we
maybe
had the custom cells? Oh no, it was the older. It was the custom cells, but the older version. That model.
I think we can't unlock things when we build something. So if I come back here, I want to make this. I need some wood. So let me just get some wood. Alright. Wood. Wood. And I remember, like, having my friends and family playtest this version of the game, and they did not know what to do. Because you don't know how to unlock something, where to go, what to do. It's a bit confusing.
You
Cause,
start with a lighter, it's pretty...
Yeah.
There's so much options so early in the game.
So we did have the choose your own height option here. And then choose your own size. There we go. So that was in. And then I think because I built that, now I have the helm.
Right.
So I can go and make some thing. But we didn't have rudders. We didn't have floaters back then. It was just the helm and the sails.
Yeah. And I think the sails auto-rotates like on the forward of the island.
Yeah, 360 axis, right?
Yeah.
So this island is too heavy to move. Build more sails. Well. But it's not costly. It's just leaves and wood. Nothing else. So let's make some. I might need to cut some trees here. I made the tools before the icons were made. Oh, that's Mary. Yes. Indeed, because we changed the icons a few times of the tools. And yeah, back then it was just the image of the concept art has a full picture. I'm not sure, but I think the old corruption node is still the icon for the corruption node in the editor. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
The old purple ball with yellow holes.
Yeah, exactly. Indeed. Okay, so one more sail. Let's do it. Very big, very large. Can we stack them? Oh, yes, we could stack them. Right now, I think the leaf tier cannot be stacked in the game, but the linen tier can.
Yeah, right now it's a bit weird and broken. I think only the square one can be stacked.
Yeah.
And only in the manual snapping mode.
Yes, indeed.
So it's something, yeah, I need to fix. Because it's very fun to place like a cell over another one. Feels like a ship.
But right now, you can snap them in manual mode. But in manual mode, the rotation is fixed 45-degree angles. So you can't align it perfectly. So like you can't have both.
I see.
But yeah, it's a cool feature, I think, to look like a pirate ship or any kind of ship. Stacking them up, making them smaller also can look good. It's a cool feature. And now we can sail. So we can open the sails. So we have the opening and closing mechanic. We can rotate, and we can go up and down without the need of anything else. We just need that. And I think back then we had to hold the rotation and upper and lower buttons to keep going up or keep going down. But now it was easier to control, but having like it feels more like piloting a ship if like the wheel stays at the position and if the floater stays open and closed. Yeah, it makes it look more heavy, and you have to control it and think about multiple things at once, as opposed to just a car.
Yeah, exactly.
Racing around it. Okay, so we didn't see so planks, right? What are the planks used for? Let's see. So probably the same loop of the linen, right? So if I make a sawmill, that's a sawmill we currently have today, I can
hold E.
Oh, you hold E to use it. Okay, so hold E, and now it's a click. So now it shows when you have to do it. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, so, and now I take everything back. Oh my god.
Oh la la.
So, I unlocked every variation of the windmill.
You have a base?
It made sure
you have the windmill base. That's so weird.
What?
It was separated back in the days.
I didn't remember this. Okay, so you have to build a base. Then you attach a windmill to it. You can rotate it. And then you can go...
unnecessary step.
Alright, so the rest is pretty similar, right? We can choose the blade type, the blade size. Yeah, okay.
And I think the blades count as well.
Oh, for the efficiency?
No, I meant for like having different number of blades.
set height. Oh. And set blades. Oh. Yeah.
Oh
like
no,
this.
okay, never mind. Oh yeah, okay.
Alright. And then we unlock the flax break that's made with some planks. So let's make some planks. Hold E. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Oh, I only have 3. Ah, I need 4. Okay. Oh, sorry. My cat is right here and he's trying to get in his old bed. Just, come on, buddy. He has a little bed with a like a blanket over it, and he wants to go below the blanket to be hidden, and I just need to raise the blanket so he can go. It's very cute. Okay, so one last. There we go. Okay, nope. I want to pick that up, and then if it's the same loop, we'll see pretty quickly. So I built this. I put some.
I guess it's, yeah. It
So
should be the same machines because we don't have newer ones.
Yeah, so I get this, I get a spinner. Yeah, it's the same loop except that we have the models that you can't currently know in the game right now. So nothing new except that. Okay, so I think that's it for this one. And now we have one last to show you guys. So that one you'll see might be familiar. It is the first one that was introduced to the public on Steam. So it's the first marketing push we did to let people know that we have it. A lot of people on YouTube made videos about this one. And I think even like a month ago, someone published a video of that build.
Yeah, it happens a lot. I don't know why or how. Is it like an old footage or? Yeah.
Either it's old footage or, some people don't have like the auto updates on and they just, have it for a while in their library and they're like, oh yeah, someday I'll play, and they...
Huh.
We'll see. So, create new map. So this is the one a lot of people have played. It says pre-alpha demo instead of tech demo because it was meant for the public more than the publishers. Still the same idea. We have some kind of a reveal of the island. So you start in a little trench, and then you have to go up. And when you go up, you see the world. So you're like, wow.
With the new clouds.
Oh yeah, new clouds, that's true. So I think that's the ones we currently have in the game.
I think so, yeah.
So back here you can only gather wood. So it was meant as a, okay, get wood, see how that works, cool, and you can't do anything else. So you had to jump on that other island. So there we go. And once you're here, you have bushes, so you can actually get some leaves. And with the leaves and the wood, you are able to do something else, but you need the workbench for that. So that's the first time we introduced the stones. It was like a week before the release of the demo, especially just for that demo. Oh my god, okay. When I become famous, okay. So we do have some spam. Let's see. How do I ban people? So turn on shield mode. No, I don't think that's it. Chat settings. Manage moderation settings. Okay.
I think you can click on their names and just...
I tried. I only see the option to reply to them. Does anyone know how to to block someone? I can mute someone? I don't know. Okay, let's see. I'll go to Twitch directly. You might hear an echo. Mute site. Okay. So channel. Then here. Mud view. Aha. And in the mud view, is there something I can do about that? Okay, let's try if I can just see Pedzillos. Aha, ban. Alright, he's banned. This one, ban. this one, ban. And this one, ban. Let me know if I accidentally banned someone that I shouldn't have. Because I thought there were only 3 messages, but I just banned 4 people. Okay. Cool. So, back here, it should work. 4 new fans on the game and you would ban them. Funny, the last one has the name Nico. Yeah, it's weird. Maybe it, you know, it's trying to be sneaky or something. Blocking them makes little effect. There are millions of them. Yeah, should have some kind of shield set up for, you know, you have to watch the stream for a set amount of time or be a follower to chat or something. Okay, so back to the demo here. So we have the workbench, and that's the first time we had some kind of progression thought about. So you go here, you find the cloth, and then you craft the glider. So that's exactly how the last demo was, is you just mix those together, you have the glider, you equip it. We had some wearable slots, but the only one used was the glider. And it was a bit confusing for people because they thought that was boots, because it was so low. And they would always try to put it somewhere else. But yeah, it goes here. And now you have the glider. I think you... Oh yeah, that's the demo you had to jump off, right? So
Right.
you have to jump and then open the glider like this. And it's...
Oh, it's already the new model.
Oh, wow. Yes, okay. So perhaps not the very first one that was released. Like 1 or 2 versions after that. So now we're gonna start seeing islands that are still available to find in the game, although maybe a bit modified. And this is our first attempt at a cave, back when we had no cave assets, so that's a stone upside down with moss. And some water here, just to drink, so I think it would just increase your max HP, right? Okay, and some...
Oh, and you have a condition, hydrated.
Oh yeah! Can I see my conditions?
Yeah, next to your face.
Aha! Hydrated, max health improved. So the conditions were introduced. So it's starting to feel very similar to the current demo. So visually, very similar. Conditions, health, stamina, still old UIs here that we still have in the game. But at some point
yeah.
we'll update it.
Yeah. But even for the new UI, we have now the food, and
Yeah.
since we can add and remove bars of health, it's slightly different, but still in the same style.
And that was the old look of the corruption.
Was it the purple smog?
No, that was much before. This is... Oh, it is still
it is
purple.
the purple smog.
It's not the ugly purple smug, but it is purple smug, yeah. And I don't have any tools. Can I build? No, I
don't
can't.
think so.
Okay, so I'll need to... Oh, I don't see anything. Okay, let's boost. I should be home in a second, because the boost is so efficient. Woo! Okay.
Whee!
So making a tool, let's just make the axe, like this, equip it, and then go back here. Alright. The first I played still used the Da Vinci's glider. Yeah. Fun fact, the Da Vinci's glider is the first thing I worked on this game. Because before working on game design for Aloft, I was more working for graphic design stuff. And I think I was in vacation, it was summer, and I think I just finished school or something. And the boss asked me, can you just make like artificial wings or something real quick? So I spent like 10 minutes in Photoshop and made those. And we had them for a long time, even in the newest demo. Alright, so the mushrooms now can jump. I don't think they could jump before.
Not sure.
Maybe, we didn't see them jump though. Now we have... Do we have the new cleansing animation? Because we do have some mushrooms.
Yeah, now the grass is white, we have mushrooms. I think yeah, I think the animation of cleansing should be there.
And no sounds, right?
No sound.
So many people thought it was a bug that there was no sound.
Yeah.
Alright, And we had no sounds because the audio guy left, right? And so we were stuck with not being able to modify the files or something.
Or adding sounds here.
Yeah. Sawmill. All right. So now it's gonna start to look a lot more like the current demo we have. So you know the what clicking makes my axe sound.
Yeah, I think if you scroll the wheel, you see like yes.
Oh no, I hear it, but it's not shown.
Oh, okay.
And this is, I think, one of the most popular islands of the early demo. So it was just, you know, compared to the other islands, this was more like a forest. It had a little pond, a lake. We had the nice reflection going on, the new water, as opposed to the old one. Yeah, so overall, a pretty cool island. If you find it in game, it's still there. We have a knowledge stone here at the top. Whoop. But there's also a secret underneath. So I think this was the first secret under an island. So you have this little waterfall, and you can go through the waterfall. Whoop.
It was so hard
to control.
Light over there, yeah.
Yeah. And you have knowledge stone here and some bones. There you go, the helm with the cool asset too. So yeah, very close to what we have right now. Some of these islands are still used to this day. So I think, yeah, this one at the very back.
Do you remember when this was available on Steam? Was
Yeah.
it like July past year?
Probably, yeah. I don't have, wait, because, let me check. So, 2022, what does it say here? Oh. Where can I see the date? Okay, so so, April, 25 of April 2022. Does that sound right?
Mayhaps.
So it was before last summer. And this island has been in every demo version. So that was a copy paste, an exact copy. Oh my god, so many enemies. What the hell? Oh, but that was at the time where punching nodes did not spawn more enemies, right?
No, it does.
It does? Oh yeah, okay, so that's a lot of enemies. Wow. And they are pretty strong too, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's still 3. But they are very weak also, they don't deal a lot of damage. So you can...
Right, and you had so much HP.
You don't have this anymore in the game right now. Is it because there's less enemies, or are they more slow? Or are they... Oh, because they can be stun locked? I don't know. So, yeah, this island was basically taken from the concept art of Kenzie, our concept artist for the corruption, and just placed every single element like where it was in the concept art. So from this point of view, this exact point of view. And then the rest was improvised, what I couldn't see. And it was like I said last stream, it was very, very long to do because the level editor back then was not as good as it is right now, even though it needs some work.
It's still lacking, yeah.
Yeah, some features.
Well, I cannot imagine how long it would take you to create this island.
Many, many days.
Yeah.
Oh my god, leave me alone!
You need to push them.
Oh, I can't. That's true.
I meant like complete the combo.
1, 2, 3, 4, but they're gone. And that was when we couldn't break these. So the maze is working. If I go here, I can't. Oh, I can jump over, but it's hard. It's painful to try to jump over. So the maze is kind of working, right? But right now we can just smash through it. But some people do the maze.
Now we can create maze with the caves.
That's
Cannot
true.
Be skipped.
Yeah, exactly. There we go. Let's cleanse that island and call it a day, because I don't think we have much more in this like that's exciting to show, except the fact
Not
that
really.
there's nothing very much different in the newest demos, in the newer demo. It's just they're more content.
They're replaced. Yeah, I don't think we removed anything.
Yeah, no, I don't think we did, except the fact that I can't run right now because I don't have any stamina.
Oh. Yeah.
So-
We removed the old UI when you're looking at your character.
What do you mean? This,
We changed it,
we
yeah.
changed the UI, yeah. That's true. Oh, I'm stuck in the forest.
There's so many of them.
I don't know where they come from. I think they follow me from a very far distance.
I think the like when they're waking up chain reaction was a lot bigger. The radius of like one waking up triggers the other one to wake up. If it does make sense.
Yeah.
And in this one, I think the radius was very big. So as soon as one was triggered, everyone just popped up and followed you.
They're just jumping to their death. Okay, one last corruption note here. They just want to be friend with you. Yes, I'm sure that's it. Okay. So, last one. There you go, the nice visual. It was much more slower than right now, right?
Maybe.
And I think it was the collider box of the mushrooms was still there until the whole thing was completed. So for this very big island, some people were like, "Oh yes, I cleansed it," and start moving, and they hit an invisible wall because it's a so much larger island.
I think we still have this problem, but the transition goes a lot quicker.
Yeah. So there you go. So I need once again to jump off if I want to do something with that. Yui!
Sweet.
There we go. So less islands too. We have more accompanying islands right now, like little islands that just are on the side of bigger ones to just give them more like a shattered hearth feeling. And I think we added some flat terrain here to for base builders, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So we always had this kind of progression in mind for the islands. So the first island you see is kind of the ones where you find like more resources and stone and stuff. And the next one is the corruption, so you get to see one node, and then you have the choice to explore a beautiful island of resources, a bigger challenge, a very far away bone-filled island if you want some bone tools, and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there you go. And yeah, the old controls. Yeah, it's much more satisfying right now when you go down. You gather so much speed that you can just, keep when you go forward.
Yeah, I'm happy we changed it a bit. It feels a lot more natural and fun to control.
Yeah, it's exciting. Except when you want to go up, the hot air currents are very fun. You're super fast. But some people, they jump off. It takes so long before they realize you can go up, or they just go down like this, and then it's very
Takes a
long
while.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still some adjustment to do.
So there you have it. So before we end this main event, we wanted to show some features that we've been working on, like one feature. So I'll quit to the desktop, and I am not interested in wishlisting.
Oh.
All right. So I'll go back to the just chatting screen right here, and I will just get the latest version. Can we go? Is it safe to go directly on Unity, Max?
If it's safe?
Yeah, as per spoiler
I think so.
Confidentiality.
You should like prepare the scene and play the game before like sharing your screen.
Sure. I'll just share the screen.
Yeah.
Work question: you use which type of PC dev? AMD or Nvidia team? I think we're all on Nvidia, right?
Nvidia. Yeah, I think so. I don't have a preference. It's just the tools we had.
Yeah.
I think it's very useful with Nvidia because it comes with the shadow play. So if you want to record footage, it's very easy implemented. But yeah, I wouldn't mind working on a AMD computer.
Yeah. And I think, we work from home a lot, so, we have our personal computers, and then we have the office computers, so we just work on whatever we have, I think.
Yeah.
Alright, so Unity is opening. We'll be able to share what we've been working on. Let me just take a water break, because if I don't remember... Last week, I drank like 2 or 3 times in the whole stream, and my voice hurted for like a day or 2 afterwards.
No. You asked me like what was the best thing or the best where did I had more pleasure working on?
Yeah.
What would be your best thing that you worked on in Aloft?
Whoa. I need to recall all of the things that I've worked on. I think the very early parts were fun when, it was just everything was possible and we just had to come up with crazy ideas and see if they worked. In terms of design and brainstorming. Right now it's way more defined what is allowed in the context of this game, but it makes it's very satisfying to have the system interlinked. So I think the most fun part I have when working on Loft is creating a system that connects with the other systems, and just in my mind play that game and be like, oh yeah, so when you do that, you can do that or that, and when you build this, then you have access to that, and gathering this resource means you can have this, or this. And I think I was in university for a while, so I was not full-time as much as I wanted to. But one thing that I just worked on as a passion was the ecosystem. And I think the animals too. I was more left alone in that process. It was very fun to do because I was tinkering with ideas for many months, and then finally I had some time to put on the design document, and yeah, it was very fun. Nice. The ecosystem, by the way, guys, is the permaculture we talked about. So the idea of nature engineering as an engine building. Okay, so my game here should be good. Okay, so let's just go back to the gameplay here. So it's not full screen, but that will do. So where should I go to see those nice features, Max?
F1. I think you unlock them. Yeah, leaf baskets.
Okay.
Ooh.
And for the custom island with hidden ones.
Oh, those are not on the.
Oh, okay.
Are not pushed.
Can you send me the file? I'd be curious.
You could create your own island. The assets are in the island editor.
Oh right. Okay, cool. Oh, awesome. So guys, this is our dev gym. So basically, this is where we test a bunch of stuff. So we have all of the trees here lined in a row. We have our stone assets. We have the knowledge stone here. Some bones. The different crops all lined up nicely. Some water. We also have some just building blocks here.
Cubes.
Yeah, cubes. And we have a corruption node. There we go. To test some tools, combat, and the corruption. So the new thing we wanted to show you is that it's not a big reveal, but it's something that I think will feel nice and will be cool for our base builders. So we now have missing icons.
As you can see, it's still work in progress. We're still working on it.
Yes. So we have some containers. So let's go through them one by one, shall we? So we have here, let's see if I can put it on a nice flat surface.
Because a lot of them are very small, do you want to build a small platform first?
Yeah, sure. So let's go here and build this, and
You already have some, but yeah.
Oh, in the dev gym, yeah, that's true. Okay. So as you can see, I have less inventory space for my tools, which is kind of sad. I have less space for my my things here, and if I give
no.
basic, I can see that there's a stack limit much lower here. So 25 is the limit for rocks, 50 is the limit for wood. But what we did is that you have now some chest. So if I go here and put on the wooden chest, you can see how nice it is. So if I go to photo mode, so we have some ropes, very cute little design here. And then when I go to look at it, it opens. Boop, boop. Very cute. So in here you have the wood chest, so you are able to add some stuff in the chest like this. You know, it's a normal chest, so you can go back like that. So can we get a backpack? Yeah, we might get a backpack in the gear, but that might come in the future. The bottle is pretty low, yeah, so we might want to make it a bit larger, but, you know, it's a work in progress, so a lot of things are subject to change. So, let's make a bit more platforms, so...
An interesting feature also is the name of the chest.
Mm-hmm.
You can rename it easily, because, like, every survival games, as soon as you play with like other players or just by yourself, you have a lot of chests and you never know where like you put your food and your stones and everything. So instead of having an icon that you can choose to sometimes like help you guide what to place in the chests, we just added the feature of you can rename your chests, your containers, and it shows as soon as you're looking at it.
Mm-hmm. So now I can see I have my Nico's resources and rare resources here. So I named them, and yeah, it's a very fun feature. You get to see it as you go past it. Very cool. We also have the stone chest. So there we go. I think these are very nice looking. So you can see that they open from the sides. So this little plate stone goes like away. Yeah, like a tomb. And there you go. So stone chest. Is there a difference right now, or is there gonna be a difference?
Not really. There we can change all the values of like how many storage space or what item you can place, but all of this will be balanced and tweaked in the future.
Yeah. And then we have. Let's build more space because we have more things to show. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So we also have more decorative ones. So you can see we have the leaf baskets. So we have multiple leaf baskets like this. So these are meant for more decorative containers. So they contain way less slots, but they're made with cheaper resources. They take less space, and they are also very cute. Now we have some questions. So, like the model, oh my god, storage, cool renaming. I like to keep my inventory tidy. It's been rough. Yes, so hopefully that will make it a lot easier. Lockable for multiplayer. So, will we have an option to have a personal chest that is not touchable by other players, or is that not in the plans?
There is a lot of question to be asked when we'll be implementing multiplayer. But for sure, there's like, it's important to have something to keep your items like for yourself. So yeah, we'll probably add the lock feature.
And there you can have the rope baskets. So these are really looking nice. So they have a bit more storage than the other ones because they're rare resources, but very nice options. So for base building, this will really, I think, improve both functionality and looks. You can have your storage rooms with different teams of chests. Very, very cool. Now we have the stockpile. So the stockpile are not yet in, but here's the idea. So stockpiles basically are containers for one type of resource. So you can see here the wood stockpile. So the only thing I can put in the wood stockpile is some wood. So let's see, where is my wood? That would be here. Yeah, okay. So in the wood stockpile, I can only put wood, but the stockpile will look like a pile of wood. And the more wood I put in, the more the stockpile will visually change to show the amount of wood there is. So you can use it as a decoration. You can place some stockpiles, fill them with different levels of wood, and there you have it. You have like your sawmill place with a bunch of stacks of woods with different heights. But also you can just use them as chests. because they have a lot of slots for that type of resource. But the cool thing is that stockpiles have something, a cool feature. As opposed to the chests, which are just for storage, anything in your stockpiles is part of your inventory when you build. So you see that little icon right here? It has a 50 stockpile icon against the one that it costs. So if I go here, here, and here, I'm now at 46, and if I go back to my stockpile, it's at 46. So anything in any stockpile of that island is available for me to build with. Now, if I want to lock something to just have it as a decoration, I can go here, have this little toggle here, and say I don't want it to be available anywhere. And now when I build, what do you know? I have 0. So you get to choose which ones are for decoration or for savings, and which ones are for spendings for your building. So you'll be able to, even with a limited inventory, still be able to build as long as you want for many, many hours without having to constantly go back and forth between your chest and your build. So we are gonna have a lot of different stockpiles, one for wood, one for stone, one for little different types of fabrics, the planks, the ropes. Gonna have one for food, so any food meal, anything, there's gonna be a stockpile for that. So every basic resource that you'll need a lot of for building, there's gonna be their own stockpile. So that's a lot of creative options, both for decoration, base building, you know, all that stuff. And what's cool is that the stockpile is also available for anyone on that island. So when you're building in multiplayer, you can have your little personal stash of wood if you want to have that, but if you share it on that island, not only you, but all your friends can build with that. So you can say, oh, I'm gonna cut some wood, I'll put that in the stockpile, and then the one building the house can say, oh, thank you, and keep building with that wood. Now, let's talk also about the sharing feature, because we have right here the share option. I think it has been removed.
Yes.
So in the UI, you have the share that used to appear, and I think it appears right now in the demo. And what it does is that it makes it adds it to the share section of everyone else. So in my share section here, the last tab, I will be able to see everything that other players have shared. So I will see their name, their logo, and I see what they have shared, and I can take it to my inventory, and that will remove that from their inventory. So instead of dropping to the ground or doing a transfer of some sort, you just say, oh, can you give me some wood? And I'll say, sure, and I'll share the wood, and then you get to take it whenever you want to take it. So all of these little options will add, different features to just being able to share stuff, share resources, and that have to constantly go back to your storage solution. So let's read some comments. So, okay. Same storage capacity for each, so no, different for each, depending on chest or baskets, and maybe we want some difference between wood and stone. We'll have to see. I just finished making more baskets today. Oh yes, so Mary is working on the 3D assets for those right now, so she just finished even more.
Yeah, I think she were mentioning the rope baskets.
These ones? Oh,
Yep.
Very nice. Because that's the 2 we're gonna have, right? I don't think we're gonna have more planned for the baskets as of now.
Not yet.
Food containers, yes. So as I mentioned, we're gonna have some food containers. Cool, those are so rad. Wait, they already implemented? Yeah, so not in your version of the game, but in our Unity. So they're gonna come with the next demo. Can we have a flute and cobra for the rope storage? That's very funny. Probably not, but maybe just for the Easter egg. There are so many decoration options. Yes, so eventually we'll have like more decorations that are just decorations. But for now, we thought that storage options could serve decorative purposes. We have a design pillar when we design stuff that is, if it has a function, it should also function as a decoration. So like everything is double-sided. Either it looks good. There's not a choice between looking good and being functional. Functionality looks good. So there you have it. So I think we achieved that with the chest. What about a stone pile? So yeah, there will be a stone pile. We can link it. I'm not sure I understand the question. if you can link the chests, you know, like in Minecraft when you have a bigger one. No.
I think this comment was said when you were building with resources that were in the stockpile.
Oh yeah, right. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Cool. So there you have it. So that's one thing we've been working on. So that's the only thing I'm allowed to show you as of now. So yeah, there we go. I think they're very nice. I'm super excited to add them to my builds. Very, very cool.
I like the tiny one, the tiny chest, the tiny baskets.
Yes.
You place over your chimney, over your fireplace, or.
Let's try that. So if I build a fireplace, or I build some walls like this, and then I build some kind of a, maybe that's a
shelf.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little big. Like, oh, automatic should work, right? Yeah. There we go. So one. Oh. All right.
Can you make it daytime so we can see a bit better? Thank you.
All right. And then I go take my basket. Let's take the rope basket, for example. Oh, no, this one. And then I can place it above my fireplace, like a little decoration. I can add it on my little shelf here.
This is so nice.
I can also take the leaf one and take this bigger one, or maybe even, oh no, which one is it? This one? There's a very thin and tall one that I really like this. So
yeah,
there you go.
Nice.
You have access to your little baskets here. Something maybe to put your food atop. So if I go here, make some food, then after making my food, I can just go here, put my little pies and whatnot in my basket. That's very nice. The medium looks like urns. Yeah, that's true. I think that's the inspiration, but not burial urns. Yeah. There we go. All right. So I will return to just chatting, just so we can close the Unity. So that was it for the main event. I will keep streaming for about 15 minutes because I'm trying to do a 3 to 6 schedule. So thank you very much, Maxime, for being with us tonight.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It was very fun.
Yeah. So maybe we'll have you again in the next stream if we have something new to show, if we want to go more deeply into a feature we're planning on. And maybe next week we're going to have Kenzie. Could be great to have her on. So Kenzie's our concept artist, 2D concept artist. So she would have a lot to show for on the development of the project and all the cool ideas we had along the way. All right. So thanks again, Maxime. So
yes.
See you again at the office. Have a great weekend, and thanks for joining us.
You too.
All
Have
right.
a good one.
Bye bye. All right. So there we go. What did you think, guys? Was it nice? Did you have fun? For fungi ashes. Fungi ashes. Like in the real world or in the game? All right. Was really funny. Thank you. Yes, I like doing this. I think when I thought about streaming the game, that was one of the first things I thought was that would be cool to show the progress of old demos and all that stuff. So it was cool. All right, so I'll return to the gameplay. Is it working? Yeah. Okay. So we only have 10 minutes left. So I'm thinking just a chill talk. Gaming and chill. If you have any questions, I'm here to answer them. If you prefer to go for the last 10 minutes, it was very fun having you guys today. One thing you have to know about me is that this move, just going to say goodbye like this, I always do this. It looks like my mind is blown, but I'm saying goodbye because I mean to do this. Alright. The storage looks really good. I'm gonna play a little later and play around with some build ideas. Yeah, the maps in between demos currently are never compatible. But if they are, if like the next demo is fine, then preparing your base for the chests could be great. Like, oh, there's gonna be a chest here, now that you know what they look like. Okay, so I'll go back to the Nico land. I think it's our world, right? Okay. Oh, that's where we were left. Yes, so I think I can make my graphics a little higher. Let's go ultra, high. Ooh, the reflections off is ugly. Shadows off too. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, we were playing through the demo, and we had some fun playing around with learning everything, building some machines. My farm is not growing very fast, but that's good. So we were building a house, and now that I just looked at the publisher save file house, this is very underwhelming as opposed to the big and fancy house we had in the publisher save. Oh, that's sad. So on your calendars, the game is one the good way or some trouble on view. On your calendars, the game is one the good way or some trouble on view. Oh, on the good way. Okay, I'm guessing so. Is it on the good way? Is it going well, or is there some troubled waters ahead? Focus camera. Why is my camera so out of focus suddenly? Do I need to look directly in the camera, like this? Is this what it needs? Here. Look at me, camera. It worked! Hey, we're back. Okay. So, on the calendar, we're aiming for a release in 2024. So, yeah, don't worry about your French. I'm also French-Canadian, so that's fine. So, the game is planned to release in 2024. We have a pretty strict roadmap ahead, like milestones of different features we want to add. So, there's definitely going to be, like, things missing in the first like early access release, but it's gonna be playable enough for us to say this is a game, we're ready to sell it, and then we'll keep working on it for a few years after that, because that we want to have this game be our vision of it, So we're thinking, same commitment to have the Hello Games team from No Man's Sky, just keep going with updates and just have it become a better and better game over time. So no troubled waters ahead. Pretty much smooth sailing. We did get some funding a few months ago, which is nice. It's the reason we got to expand our team. So that funding was really great. It means that we're more secure. We can work on the game without having to worry about the money as of now. We're still looking for publishers. That's why we have the publisher save. But did I break the game? Guys, this is the Steam version. I'm playing on Steam, the latest release. I just broke my wood, and I got the old logs. Oh. And I can't even press E to pick up. Oh no. What is happening? Right. And we have the new inventory, I feel like, because the stack limit is 50. Those are there when you have no space in your inventory. Really? Wow. No space in inventory. I guess that makes sense, because the inventory has been reduced because of this. Oh. Did we just screw up our world? Did we corrupt the save file? 50 stacks. Yes, stacks of 50 because of the upcoming storage system. It's going to be stacks of 50. The idea here was that we still want players to have a lot of slots, because the more slots you have, the more you're able to just explore and gather one of everything. You know, find a new resource, you get one of those, or you find 5 bones, or you find 3 flowers or something. So when you explore, you can gather a lot of stuff because you have a lot of slots. So you don't have to come back to your islands every often. You know. But we wanted the stack limit to be something we tweak to the lower end, so that when you're just farming, when you're just going around chopping trees, you don't have an infinite amount of wood you can carry. Because earlier it was like 9,999 the limit. So you could have. Let's get the math. So you could have that times 25 slots. So about 250,000 wood on you. So that means that, you know, there's no real incentive to come back. So we wanted to reduce that. So if your inventory is pretty clean, you're just there to farm. You're gonna farm for a long time. It's still a long time. We don't want to punish players for just wanting to farm. But you'll have to at some point go back and put that wood in storage. So that you have to mix, like, okay, this is my exploration gear, I empty my wood in the storage, this is my farming gear, I get my wood on me, and, you know, yeah. So we want to have this interaction with the chest, so there we go. Why we can't record this? I think you can. You can make a clip out of this. Pretty sure. 50 stacks, yes, that's what I just told about, sorry. Well, I guess at least you don't need to put in a dev ticket to take care of the problem. Yeah, that's true. We have a dedicated channel on our development team on Discord to report problems. So that's the different one. Let's take a screenshot of this. So people are saying this happens when you don't have any space in your inventory. I didn't know that. So that's in the game. That's not like a bug imported from the old versions. Okay. I'll post that in bug tracker. So just opened the Steam build and got some funny looking logs over here. Okay. Need a clip function on the stream. Is there not? I always thought there was a clip. Maybe I'm wrong. And yeah, we changed the build on the internal branch, so that's why you have limited inventory. Oops. Oh, yeah, okay, Max is still there. Oh, it's Max. I don't read the names. So someone says those are there when you have no space in your inventory. That was Max. Okay. You are playing on version last time, it was B version. Oh, right. So I have a new build there. Oopsie. Well, there you go. I'm playing on the developer internal branch. That's why. So I'm forced to have all these updates. I could technically go back to the old one and open this save file. I hope it's not going to be corrupted or anything. Okay, so next stream, I'll be trying to have Kenzie on. To show her art. That would be very fun. She's very talented. So we have a lot of like creatures that never made it to the game, a lot of biomes, a lot of tools, machines, ideas for a campfire, for the a lot of very interesting stuff. So I'll try to have her on. If we can't, we might just do a normal live stream playing through the game. And one at a time. I'm hoping that maybe everyone on the team will appear and show themselves, present themselves, and we get to see what they're doing. So that would be fun. So thanks a lot for being here for this stream. I hope you had fun watching. Again, it's my second time streaming, so if there's anything I can improve as far as entertainment value, let me know. I'm happy to learn and implement more techniques in the streaming to let you have a good time. So there we go. I'm gonna go for now. So I'm gonna sing good night to you. For those of you that's like midnight where you are. For me it's 6 p.m. so I'm gonna probably go have a dinner or something. All right. So bye guys. See ya very soon. Next Friday, same time. So 3 p.m. next Friday also. All right. Ciao.